7 o'clock in St. Louis. You're listening to The Morning After, presented to you by Brown and Crouppen on 101 ESPN. From the Stiefel Studios, Tim McKernan, Doug Vaughn, Martin Kilcoyne with you on the presentation. A gentleman by the name of Jackson Burkett sits on the ones and twos, and we welcome you here in the Healthcare Revolution 7 o'clock hour to participate by texting in the Air Comfort Service text inbox 314-399-9646. By calling in the Callier and Thompson phone lines at 314-974-0101. And, of course, opening up your YouTube app, typing TMASTL, and getting involved in the Form Energy YouTube chat with friends who have gathered from around town and around the world to watch this show. Doug, in a Jim Dandy of a show, it finna be.
They're gathered from around the world to watch.
All right, Doug, you want a roll call? Text it. Where are you listening? I guarantee we got some international folks listening right now, Doug. I've got Mexico in play.
Yeah, really? I think it's live.
I'm going to go somewhere Caribbean. And at least one in London and one in Europe. There we go.
Turks and Caicos, anybody there?
That looks to be a delightful place.
It does.
You've never been?
I have not been there.
And it's outside the hurricane path, so you never hear about it getting struck.
All right.
I read something.
Happened. I feel like it happened.
See, I've read something about that. Oh, yeah, okay, now look it up. You guys go on.
I guess I'm in the crowdsourcing business now. I thought I was out, and they brought me back in. Yeah, I'll get involved. Let's see. No anything in there right now. Usually I look up and I see things, and it's just like, happy birthday, Doug.
It's not my birthday.
I know.
But thanks anyway.
It's like some hackneyed thing. And then just a bunch of mornings. So, okay. Martin, I guess at this moment we don't have anybody in Monaco. We don't have anybody in London. We don't have anybody. Yeah, you're right. Could see some Dublin representation, not Belfast, all due respect.
Tim, what if you and I are both correct? Okay, this is from AI. Turks and Caicos experiences its hurricane season June 1st through November 30th. While the islands have historically been impacted by major storms, such as Hurricane Fiona in 22 and Hurricane Irma in 27. Other than that,
they're really getting drilled.
But it says direct hurricane hits are relatively rare. Okay. So maybe that's what it is. They don't get blasted.
I feel like Jamaica maybe gets it the worst. You hear about them getting hit a lot.
Well, meteorologists, call in.
Okay. Yeah, if you could. Hi, guys. I'm in D.C. Well, you know what the people are telling us? I didn't have the Air Comfort Service text inbox open. I'm listening from the Straits of Hormuz, so that might be newsworthy. But this show has always been about news makers, and this show makes the news. Doug, you say you're bigger than the games you cover?
I have been for many years, Tim.
Nice.
Yeah. So I don't go to many games anymore because I want the game to be the game.
And you don't want to distract from...
Right. I don't want people to stop looking at the game and look back at me and wave and that sort of deal. So I'm kind of doing the games a favor by not showing up.
I respect that.
Like I once did.
Tim, Wellston is checking in.
Yeah.
Somebody's listening in Wellston. That's great. And the Amalfi Coast. There it is. There's a wide delta.
Oh, boy, is that ever beautiful. Ever been to the Amalfi Coast? Oh, my goodness.
I have not.
One of the most beautiful places that I've ever seen.
Is that Naples, Italy? Is that where Naples is down there? It's okay.
I don't think it's Naples.
Okay. Have to look that up now.
But yeah, I'm not a A-plus geography student, but I was there, and it was just a gorgeous place.
Flying to Rome and then head down that way?
Well, it flew into Venice and circled
It's a long
around.
way. Okay.
Yeah, it was part of a cruise.
I am slightly embarrassed to admit that I have listened to this show in multiple countries and a couple of continents other than North America. What this says about me, I do not know.
Yeah,
Doug, that's from caller Ellen.
Why would a woman do that?
Now, what do you mean by that? Because this audience, according to the research that Jackson has procured, is now 78% women in their 20s.
Okay.
Many of whom are pursuing medical degrees or MBAs.
I would just assume most of the people who listen out of country are on vacation, probably. Some on business, but most on vacation. I just wonder why you would interrupt your vacation for this sort of dribble.
You doing a live read?
Tim, what if they're medical adjacent and they're training to do injections? Maybe that's a form of medicine in 2026?
Yeah. Well, that's live.
Does that count?
Papers?
Yeah, of course.
Look at that. There you go. There's your official ruling.
Answer. Next.
Doug, you've got a a difficult one as far as your Lifetime Roofing lead. That's Dustin McClendon and Lifetime Roofing online at lifetimeroofingstl.com, sponsor of the lead every morning here on The Morning After, because you have to choose between the Germany penalty kicks loss or the Netherlands penalty kicks loss.
I guess that is the choice with the Cardinals not playing and the Blues not making news. I guess it's those two teams, Germany and the Netherlands, getting bounced.
What about
Germany,
Kristaps?
4-time
What
winner.
about Draymond? What about Ja?
I don't think those are the leads.
You ever see What About Bob?
I don't believe I did.
Richard Dreyfuss, Bill Murray,
Really? No, what about Bob? What happened?
1991, I think.
How did you did not see that?
I didn't see
I
it.
show prep ass.
I told you I
good or bad?
stopped going. I'm
Good.
bigger than
Yeah.
the movies I want. Oh,
Jackson just told you it's good. Now you gonna watch
okay.
it?
Well, what's it about? Bob. What happened to Bob?
He's a little off.
Yeah, psychiatrist. Bill Murray plays Bob. Dreyfuss plays a psychiatrist.
Okay.
Pretty fun.
Well, we didn't spend a whole lot of time on the lead.
Well, did you pick it? Which one
Well,
did you
I
pick?
thought it was both of them getting knocked out.
That's not. Well, Dustin McClendon says you need to make a choice.
Okay,
We're not in
sorry,
a tie
Dustin.
business.
Sorry.
I wish Dustin would text in live, like while we're picking,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
it's
you don't do it
kind
till
of
it's
veto
approved.
power over what Doug
Yeah.
chooses.
Yeah.
He rejects
Dustin,
it.
text me.
Well, then I guess it would be Germany, a 4-time winner getting bounced early by Paraguay. Then the U.S. kind of beat up on Paraguay.
Shra.
Isn't that encouraging, Doug?
Shra.
It is.
The
Shra.
U.S. beat up on Paraguay. Everybody rolls their eyes. So what? You beat up on Paraguay. That same team beat Germany, Doug. All of a sudden, your thoughts on the U.S. have changed, have they not?
Maybe we got a shot.
There you go.
Or maybe Germany is just falling apart. I'm not sure which. But it would appear that the U.S. has a real shot.
This is our time. Their time is over. Kurt Russell.
Germany's time is certainly over.
Yeah, the front page of ESPN.com this morning. Very takey, but our industry, of course, is, if it's not already done, it's trending. It's official. Germany are no longer a soccer superpower.
Wouldn't it be
It's
Germany?
like a blog with a $3 top line annually.
Pretty lame.
When they say Germany are no longer a soccer superpower, wouldn't it be Germany is no
I
longer
have to
a
tell you,
soccer
I agree
superpower?
with you on that. Singular verb.
I don't think you can rule out Germany as a superpower until Stephen A. weighs in. Until he declares it, it's not official at the mothership that is ESPN, just to be fair. I have to say,
Second Bundesliga.
Nice.
I watched a lot of soccer yesterday. I didn't turn into Soccer Sharp, which is Jackson. It had kind of a March Madness feel, like from one to the next.
I agree with you.
It kind of was like, wow, then you switch to the next game, like, oh, wow, this one's just as thrilling.
And Brazil had to come back as well in order to advance.
Yeah.
What was it? When
I
the
thought Soccer Sharp was going to
Well,
chime in.
I didn't know what the
Okay,
flow
what was your
was.
takeaway from the day? Because the Netherlands losing Morocco, that was a absolute thriller. But
Right, and-
Morocco's a pretty good team. We've talked about
I
that.
need to call attention to this, Martin.
Thank you.
Yeah, you know, it's principle. Just like with Stan the Caddy yesterday.
Yeah. Shout out to Stan the Caddy.
Stan the Caddy.
I met him on the way out.
I saw your picture. What a delight.
He said, "Are the guys still on? I'll head in there." And I thought,
And he did.
It was getting late in the show, though, to make an appearance. That's all.
Yeah, he did stop by the room at Bell Reef where we were doing the presentation. But Little Jackie Papers yesterday. This Little Jackie Papers. And I'm telling you, every time we're out now, I'm meeting more and more Jackson fans. Martin, you told us that your wife is...
Called it the best part of the show. And I said, excuse me? Excuse me.
Yeah, my
Have you
dad-
heard
my
the
dad- my
Lifetime
dad is pissed.
Roofing lead?
Yeah,
Have
exactly
you heard
right.
email today?
Right.
Yeah.
Have you heard all those segments where we go 25 minutes with no real focus?
Have you heard my Don Imus impression?
Yeah, actually, I got to agree with that. Or what about Mark from Mark's Mulch and Bra Emporium,
Yeah.
the Design Air Heating and Cooling email of the day?
Yeah.
But yesterday, I asked Papers for his play of the day, this Soccer Sharp, Martin, as you note. And he said, I like Morocco and the Netherlands to go to extra time.
Yeah, draw after 90 minutes.
Plus 200.
Yep.
And I just blindly follow this guy. I will follow. And I did, and sure enough, with a delightful header in the 90th minute Morocco finds the equalizer in the back of the net, and off we go to extra time. And look, my account has been credited with Jackie Paper's cash.
Yep.
How did you know that? It's because the Netherlands kind of parks the bus?
It's just I thought they were very
Evenly matched?
very evenly matched. It came very late, but that was a sick goal. The Morocco goal, the equalizer, was insane.
But that's Zlatan at the end of the game. He said he was angry at the Dutch. He was mad the way they played.
They played
Doug.
so bad in extra time. So
He said they didn't play to win, and he goes, and it makes me angry.
I think they had 2 shots and 17% possession. I mean, it's dreadful. They were just playing to get to
Morocco
PKs.
deserved to win by most
Absolutely.
accounts.
That's what Zlatan said.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
He was hopping mad at the Dutch.
Yeah, the last 35 minutes of that game, including extra time, Morocco dominated.
There are moments in soccer, Doug, where I'm not as well trained in the beautiful game like you are.
No, I'm not trained.
But the Moroccan player is covered in blood. Now, we make a lot of jokes about somebody on the ground writhing, and then they just bounce right up after looking like they'd been shot. But this guy from Morocco is covered in blood, and the announcers, I think it was Stu Holden, said, okay, they got to stop the game. You can't allow the winning goal to be down a player. So they bring the guy all the way over to the sideline. They wipe all this blood off his face, takes his shirt off. They get him. They're still working on him, and then play resumes behind him.
Mm-hmm. What kind of rule is that?
And I thought, well, either we stop it and get him back out on the field pitch, or we don't. Like, they didn't really stop it.
Well, how about you put someone else in his place?
Well,
They
then
were
you
out
can't
of
come
subs.
back in. Yeah, you're out of subs.
That's what they said. I
But
don't
that's
know.
a stupid rule, too.
Well, I
Sub
don't-
him in and out.
They said they were out of subs, and he would have been out. I think he might have been the guy who scored the goal. I don't know.
How
But
many
he was
subs
covered
are
in
they-
blood, and they're like, get him off the field. And then they start playing behind him.
How many subs are you allowed
I don't,
in a
Doug.
game?
I don't. Did Bill McDermott call in?
I believe it's
That's your
4
soccer.
during the game, and then if you go to extra time, you get a 5 during a 5 per match during normal time, and knockout stages. If it goes to extra time, you get 1 additional substitution, so a total of 6.
Okay. It doesn't seem fair that a guy gets hurt, so that means you're down a player. That's crazy.
But after all of that, back to back to back, the Brazil win would have been maybe the top story because they're down, they come back, they win. But then the Paraguay upset. But then the Netherlands, Morocco, the drama of all that.
And Jackson, of course, cashing plus 200 on it going to extra time. This guy's a sharp.
I was scoffed at.
By who? Doty.
No, Tim bet it, so it couldn't be Tim. He bet it. He put money where his mouth is. Doug scoffed, but he often scoffs.
But you were just making it up.
Oh,
everything is made up.
Two of the
Everything is
3
made
games
up.
went to extra time. 2 out of the 3 games went
Damn
to
right.
extra time.
And I got paid in conjunction with it.
Don't say conjunction.
Conjunction junction, what's your function? Think about that.
Yeah.
So I texted
Was
Bill
that-
McDermott and said, was this the greatest World Cup day that we've ever had in terms of all the games?
Oh,
and then
my
I
God. You, oh, my God, I'm becoming Mike Greenberg.
And I said, I don't want to go full Frank, but I said, somebody with historical perspective. And then I realized I was still at work, and it made sense to me. It was 11:50 at night, and I thought maybe you shouldn't text a man at 11:50 at night.
Oh, gosh.
So I don't have an answer to that.
He probably appreciates it, though, this morning.
I'd say the greatest World Cup day was when the U.S. women won. Brandy Chastain and all that. Was that 94?
98, I think.
Was that 98?
99? 99.
July 99. I think that was my 4th day in Little Rock.
Oh.
I have a 30 for 30 coming out on that. It'll be fun.
Do you leave with the Travelers or do you leave with the women?
Or the roof falling on Phil Jackson and Kobe.
Would it be called Jacked Up?
Ooh, that's not a bad idea. I like that. What if I told you? You can text in as well, 314-399-9646. Air Comfort Service text inbox. Call in the Callier and Thompson phone lines, 314-974-0101. And our chat is now brought to you by Form Energy. Head on in there. 7,020 subscribers, Doug. So brick by brick, you're going to get to that. What are you getting? Silver? When we get to 8,000
chunks. Silver chunks. Yeah.
So subscribe to the TMA STL YouTube channel. That's also where you can watch After the Morning After from 11 to 12. Jackson has apologized profusely for no live presentation yesterday. We are live today at 11 o'clock. Papers, and I know you have a big After the Morning After prepared.
Yeah. Ken Strode will be there. Therefore, it will be big.
We'll just pick at him.
He'll have a lot. He's had 5 days off now.
Oh, yeah.
He's percolating.
Fresh. Way too early to ask the soccer sharp, but Ivory Coast, Norway, slam dunk Norway.
I wouldn't say slam dunk.
Okay.
Oh, Martin.
Okay. France, Sweden.
Parlez-vous
Slam dunk?
français?
France.
Slam dunk.
Yeah.
Okay. Mexico, Ecuador. Slam
Tight
dunk?
ball game.
Tight ball game.
Tight ball game. Although Mexico playing at home, really.
Mexico City.
Yeah.
They're almost all tight ball games.
Well, yeah.
They're almost all 1-1,
That's a safe pick,
2-1, 3-2.
Yeah. That's true.
Dave Murray's. We'll have changeable skies.
I like that. For the record, Norway is minus 178. If you like Ivory Coast, plus 146. France, minus 950. Doug, if you want to bet $950 to win 100, it's sitting there for you. But if you like Sweden and you put $100 down, you're going to receive $610 should they win. Mexico, minus 182, and Ecuador, plus 148.
Okay.
You're thinking about it, aren't you?
Yeah, I know. He's in the tank.
Thinking about doing a little parlay.
Parlay everything going extra time?
Not everything.
How about a guaranteed extra time game of the three?
Ooh, if there was one, probably Mexico, Ecuador.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah.
Hostile environment for Ecuador.
They're ready.
This guy knows his
partying and
Ecuadorian
keep-
soccer, Doug.
He's making it up.
Okay, yeah. Keep saying I make it up.
You
and
know
then,
a lot about Ecuador soccer?
Oh, okay. Your bank account will reflect your doubt.
So I got to go fire a bullet on Ecuador right now?
Not yet. I gotta.
Oh, you got to talk with some people?
I gotta let that marinate for a second.
It's a little early for a hot take.
Yeah,
Who's on that Ecuador team that you like so much?
unimportant.
Steven Time of the Brothers Time, Doug. You know Ed, you know Steven. Steven Time is not happy. Hey, Tim, will we hear today's ATMA replay 4 times this afternoon like yesterday's best of replaying nonstop? I don't know what that means. Jackson, it was directed at me, and yet I feel like it wasn't.
Right. Which is often the case. ATMA replays 3 times every afternoon.
That's 105.7 HD2. That's kind of the heavy hitters.
Yeah, and that makes them unhappy.
Well, that's been the case now for 2 months.
So they've been unhappy for a
So
while.
when the best of
That was
played,
Jamie Burkhardt of Munganess, St. Louis Acura, my co-executive producer on the presentation. That was his request.
right. So to assume that somehow a live show from that day that never happened would then somehow appear in the replays seems misguided.
So you want to fight Steven Time?
No.
What about Ed?
No, I don't really want to fight anybody.
That was such a great best of ATMA, Jackson. Good job. Not. That's from TMA Reddit Insider.
Damn, had me in the first half, I'm not going to lie.
Got bluffed off
Rats.
the pot.
Yeah, a little bit.
And they're not allowed to listen to anything else. They have to listen to a best
Well,
of.
I mean, you know.
You appreciate their loyalty.
I do. I appreciate any type of engagement is positive in my mind.
So you're an engagement farmer.
I guess.
Wow. That's a big reveal.
Not by, but
Kind of came out right there, didn't
kind of
you?
an organic, free-range engagement farmer.
like
you know?
chickens.
Yeah. Kind of Edmonds-esque, you know? I'm just out here living on the land.
Yeah.
Good morning, fellas. I'm really enjoying your ignorance of soccer. However, I did want to point out one thing. Doesn't all the gambling and betting talk, Doug, you think it's BEDDING?
Yeah.
Like betting?
Yeah,
This show does talk betting.
we do.
And parlays, et cetera, open yourself up to lawsuits from pathetic, degenerate gambling addicts. That's from the Huntley Hot Wife Hunter, Doug.
Well,
so he's
no,
out there hunting for hot wives in Huntley?
Would be a
Or does
good
he
place
just
to
live in
hunt.
Huntley and then picks up?
No, he's probably
wives.
looking for the wives from Huntley.
Oh, so old money.
Oh, well, that's what he'd like to be.
Where would he be, Doug? In that U-turn lane?
Yeah. There's only a neighborhood or 2 there.
Right.
The best of was hilarious, Jackson. Screw the haters. And that's from Screw You, Margaret.
Oh, gosh.
Peggy gets hit.
Well, that's that show. We have a show going on now ourselves.
But it's in this
I feel like the
shared
Strode-
TMA universe.
Yeah, I mean,
Strode program
movie.
continues.
It's the Movie Boy Network,
Okay.
and TMA is part of the Movie Boy Network.
Yeah. Movie Boy has decided, as opposed to trying to generate any revenue, aggressively purchase expensive IP and then see where it goes from there.
I like that model.
Yeah.
I'd invest in that.
Yeah.
So what's the plan? Just see where it goes from
Yeah,
there.
we bought Google, bought all the IP from TMA, and we're looking to acquire more. A little conglomerate.
I see.
Mini Viacom is what they're
Okay.
calling us.
Mini Viacom. Good morning, guys. I was stuck in meetings yesterday morning and unable to text in. I wanted to give a birthday shout out to former listener of the month, a nemesis of Iggy, and my coital hype man, Little Beer Cats. He's now 22 years young. Doug, that's from his father, Beer Cats, and his
Okay.
son is his coital hype man. He likes to text in
don't
and celebrate his
get it.
father having promiscuous sex.
I don't really understand that.
And you're getting real close to kink shaming, just to warn you.
I do absolutely kink shame.
But wouldn't it be great if one of your sons texted in to celebrate your proclivities?
Not so great, no. Be really weird. Really weird.
So Beer Cats, I'm assuming, is single. Is that right?
Probably be a hell of a developing story otherwise.
Papa?
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Papa
Beer Cats?
Well,
Yeah,
I didn't say Lil.
Okay,
so
fair,
Beer
fair,
Cats, I'm
okay.
assuming he's a single man. On this show, Tim, I don't know for sure.
You never know because we don't kink shame.
So I'm asking, I'm
It is
assuming
like a-
Dad
Doug,
is
are we
single.
celebrating ethical non-monogamy?
I don't know that we celebrate
You know what?
it.
That might be a new tenet.
Yeah, I'm
TMA, a celebration of ethical non-monogamy.
sure, and all forms of love.
All we really know is he did some hot wife hunting in Crystal City.
But it is kind of a
Which is different than doing it in Huntley, I believe, according to studies.
it's a weird schoolyard insult to be like, my dad gets laid and yours doesn't. You know,
yeah, you know,
it's not, it's
you don't hear a
Third
lot of
grade
that.
recess.
it doesn't sting as much as you might think.
Get called into the principal's office. What did you say to Billy?
My dad's getting laid and yours isn't.
Yeah, it's kind of awkward.
But do your thing. Beer
Because
Cats,
again,
et cetera. Yeah.
we don't kink shame. Get involved on the program. Text in, call in, talk it over in the Form Energy YouTube chat. And of course, you can email in for our Design Air Heating and Cooling email of the day. Well, Doug, the conditions will be penal yet again today for those outside because we've got ourselves a high of 95 today, a high at 96 tomorrow, a high at 95 on Thursday. And 94, 93, 91 for our 4th of July holiday weekend. If you run into any issues with your air conditioning and you are in a panic mode, and understandably so, I would like to recommend Design Air Heating and Cooling online at designairservice.com. Martin's a client, Doug's a client, I'm a client, and you will be very happy to be a client as well. It's Design Air Heating and Cooling. They have the maintenance plan so that you don't have to worry about a time like this because you know your HVAC system is good to go. You can sign up for that and forget about it, and then Design Air reaches out to you to come by and get it ready to go when the summer rolls around and when the winter rolls around, and you are firing on all cylinders. It's Design Air Heating and Cooling online at designairservice.com. Tim McKernan, Doug Vaughn, Martin Kilcoyne with you on the program. Little Jackie Papers is on the ones and twos. Chairman Kurt taking your phone calls at 314-974-0101 on the Collier and Thompson phone lines. It's the Morning After, presented by Brown and Crouppen from the Stiefel Studios on 101 ESPN and the TMA STL YouTube channel. Nice. So good. Doug, Deep Voice Dude, is in the Form Energy YouTube chat and wants to know if it's supposed to rain on Friday. He needs to know if he should go see Zed at the Arch.
Now, who is Zed and what is he doing at the Arch? That's
Jackson,
my first
he's
question.
a wonderful DJ. He's had a number of collabs over the years. Russian native who is a musical savant, and he is going to spend his 4th of July weekend in the Gateway to the West.
Okay. Well, my app says 40% chance of rain, so that means probably not going to rain. Go ahead and see Zeb. Sure.
There you go.
We don't know when he's going to be back.
I can see the Cards take 2 out of 3 in Atlanta, lose tonight, win tomorrow, and then win Thursday. That's from Aunt Bob.
Gee,
I like
thanks for
that.
that.
No, I like
Pretty
that.
specific.
No, I think it's good.
Braves are trending down. They're 4-12 in their last 16. Keep an eye on them, Doug. They're trending down right
Yeah.
now.
This
Phillies
is our
catching up.
time.
Let's catch them.
So keep an eye on it kind of game.
But is it really a bold prediction to say I could see the Cardinals winning 2 out of 3 from the Braves?
Well, Libertor on the mound tonight, so
Okay.
I like where he's coming from if he thinks could he get McGreevy and D-May on Wednesday and Thursday.
But if you just keep rolling Libertor out, Doug, it'll get better.
Well, I guess that's what they're hoping. ERA at 5.56
What if
now.
Ollie just said, well, it can't get worse? What if he just said that about a player? As bad as he's been, there's no analytics on this, guys. We're pretty sure he can't be worse.
If he wasn't going to say that about Michaelis or Fetty last year, he's not going to say it about Libertor this year.
In the month of June, Doug, 15 2/3 innings for Matthew Libertor. How many earned runs in 15 2/3?
I think I heard his ERA. Oh, how many earned in 15 2/3? Probably 15.
18 earned runs.
Well, if they had a alternative, they'd probably have him up by now. They must not like anything else that they can replace him with.
I think I would call that a tight read. Martin, do you believe that? Martin
think that
actually comes from a place of
No,
knowledge.
I think that's 100% what they believe. I'm curious about Quinn Matthews. When at some point, even if he's not dominating at AAA, he's had really good seasons in the past. He's got to be about 25. I think I want to see him at some point here, even if he struggles. He's older now. He's been around. I think he could handle it if he struggled a little bit. I think he should be in play here at some point.
Who cares? Libby is going to go 2 innings tonight. Let's hear about the boys shot by shot at Belle Reve. That's from the TMA Reddit Insider. Doug, you got Libby going 2 innings tonight? I'll take the over on that.
Yeah.
That's bold.
I think he's about due to snap out of it. Okay. A lot of times when you think, what are we doing here? The next thing you know, they put together a good performance. I'll say he'll have a decent night.
What do you got,
tonight.
5 innings?
Let's say 5 innings, he'll give up 3 runs.
See what the numbers are.
Okay, 5 innings. I'm going to go 4 2/3, 4 earned. But maybe even a no-hitter through the first 3.
Oh, wow.
I was looking at guys at AAA. We hear a lot
Any
about
cute ones?
Answer the question.
I can't tell. Their picture's not here. We hear a lot about Quinn Matthews. They got a guy named Bryson Motts, who's got a starting pitcher, got an ERA of 2.83.
He was here for a second, I believe.
Yeah, maybe he's
Hello,
the answer.
petite lesbian.
I don't know that he's petite or lesbian.
Quinn is 25. He'll be 26 in October.
Either team to throw a no-hitter is plus 30,000, so I felt the fiduciary responsibility to put $1 on that to pay me $300 while just browsing the statistics for tonight because that's a sign of discipline. Let me see, Doug. Matthew Libertor, 3+ strikeouts is minus 490, 4+ strikeouts minus 178, 5+ strikeouts plus 134. I'm going to tell you, that doesn't bother me too much right there. I want to tell you, that doesn't bother me too much right there. What do you think about that?
Let's see what he's done the last. He hadn't had 5 strikeouts in a month. He usually
But
gets
you
4.
like him tonight. You got him due.
I think he's due for a decent night.
Okay.
His over-under on strikeouts is 4.5 for the record.
I think he'll give him 5 pretty good innings.
All right. Well, the Cardinals are plus 120 for the first 5 innings, if you'd like to bet that.
Well, I don't do a lot of gambling myself.
But the Tam Avenue Capital Partners have been successful for years.
Okay, I thought you had to have a lot of cash calls to
That's just
pay
part
the
of the
bills,
success.
keep the lights on.
That's just part of the. That's part of the model.
Okay.
Cash calls are part of the business model. Cardinals stink. That's from Big Tuft.
Now, what kind of comment was that for us?
I think was he doing a Mike Lee voice via text?
It could have been.
Who is the most petite lesbian on this show? My vote is Tim, and that's a compliment. That's from Daddy Likey.
Why would that be a compliment?
I mean, I think I could. I think by default I could be the only petite lesbian on the show.
Yeah. Well, if we're talking about the human race, then yes.
If we're going by weight, I guess you'd be in 5th place.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the answer.
But also most likely to be a lesbian. I think
100%.
Take body.
I consider that to be the greatest compliment
Yeah,
I've ever
and
received.
take body and shape out of it. I think we got to drill down on what's real here.
That's exactly right. Let's see what
In
we
addition to
got
Lipitor
here.
stats.
But I like the question. Those kinds of questions are absolutely wonderful. Can we at least get Tim's shot-by-shot analysis? Perhaps a few details on the aim point reads. Thanks. That's from the Pope. Well, I think the lead here, outside of Jackson giving us the Morocco-Netherlands extra time plus 200 play, which of course hit.
Yeah. Of course is the right term.
Thank you.
Because why would you ever doubt?
And we're still marinating on today's matches.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
And he's going to release an Ivory Coast 5-star lock
Could be
in
the
the
play.
8 o'clock hour. But here in this Healthcare Evolution 7 o'clock hour, Jackson, you set your over-under for yesterday's round at 93.5.
Yeah. The goal was to break 90, but the over-under I said was 93.5.
And I set mine at 84.5. Now, there were people, and we played it was the BMW Championship Media Day.
Mm-hmm.
So a number of people in St. Louis media, and some Blues were there. Ozzie Smith was there. Obviously, the Cardinals out of town on their off day. But we played, Jackson and I played, they call them the BMW Championship Tees. But to be clear, that's not where the boys will be playing. They'll be playing the tip drill, Doug.
If that was where they were playing, I'll take the under on score.
Yeah. So to be clear on that. But I asked Mike Tucker, friend of the program.
Absolutely.
And head pro there for a long time. Great guy. What tees they actually were, and he said, I guess, the green tees,
right,
for the record. So, Jackson, you tell the people, because George Clooney's doppelganger wanted to wager with you, and you can tell the people what happened.
I shot a 90.
Unbelievable, Doug. How about that? Huh.
And then Tim shot an 80. So both came under.
Wow.
A little breathing room.
Yeah.
I had a disastrous start. We started on the 12th hole, so
Doug, pull up the footage on
I don't need to pull up
number
anything.
12. Number 12, Martin, as you know, kind of a par 4 with a bit of a dog leg to the left, some bunkers up the left side. It's open off to the right, but oh my goodness, that cabbage is dense in the rough. Oh, heads up.
I, of course, found the cabbage and was struggling mightily. So my first 7 holes, the 12 through 18 on the back 9, were dreadful. I had a real nice front 9 turnaround and a very solid first 2 holes in the back to finish it off. So finished strong, I would say.
Well, that's good.
Yeah. Felt good. Felt a lot better about my game the second half of the day.
Yeah, well, that's a good way to end it.
Yeah.
And you got to thank Stan the caddy.
Big shout out to Stan the caddy for a multitude of reasons, but for the putt reads, his general demeanor the entire time. He's a pleasant gentleman, and the exact kind of guy you'd want caddying for you on a day like
Does
yesterday.
he lay down on the green to read it like Spider-Man?
Doesn't he?
Camilo
No.
Villegas.
No. But he's a great hang, and to me that's like
A great hang.
way more
You like
important. Way more important than the guy who's like
Isn't that Amy Poehler's podcast? Is that right?
she's
I don't
good
know.
hang.
She's good hang.
So Great Hang's
Stan
available.
is Great Hang.
Great Hang's
is available.
Stan is a great hang.
Doug, what'd you shoot over the 9 holes?
I didn't
That
play
played
the full
7,
9.
right?
Since we started at 12.
I just want to wrap it up.
We
at
got to
18.
18, and my car was right there, and I didn't want to go play 2 more holes and have to have
Martin,
him drive me
Doug
back.
is always has been super hard on himself. Bob Rotella could do a number on you, but I've got you with a bogey on 12, a par on 13, bogey. I don't recall this, but I guess you got a quadruple bogey?
Yeah, a bit of a blow up.
I didn't see that.
Bit of a blow up.
It was a great tee shot on that par 3.
That's where Brooks Koepka stuck it to like 5 feet with a 4-iron in 2018 to basically win it. A bogey on 17, and I don't recall what you did on 18. But point being, not bad.
No.
Not bad at all. And Doug beats himself up.
Good swings, too.
I was also playing from the old man tees, which make some holes it made 100 yards difference.
Well, I hate to break it to you, dude, but you're old.
Oh, you son of a sack ass!
Wow.
How about this papers?
You were playing the correct tees.
jerk.
No, you're playing the
You're
correct.
out of line, boy.
No,
You're out of line,
I'm
boy.
not out of line. I'm saying
It feels like cheating.
But it's not. That's like that. That is the problem I have with like when you go play a public course and you got people who don't. It's not that like it's like this like referendum on you as an athlete. It's that like as you grow, like as you age, you hit the ball less far. I don't hit it very far at all, and I'm in the prime of my life. So imagine the pill I'm swallowing every morning. But
That's a moment of self-realization right here in the air.
when like it becomes either no fun or you slow the course up when you're playing too far back, you don't hit it far enough. The game it's supposed to be we're trying to be equal. You know that's why there's handicaps. That's why there's this, that, and the other. You're playing the correct tees. It was a good thing. So I didn't mean that to come off so callous.
I don't know how else you could read it.
Well, that's
It
fair.
may be playing the
stunning
correct
moment.
tees. It still feels like cheating.
Okay.
If at one point in your life you were a decent player, and now to walk way up to the ladies' tees to tee off, it doesn't feel right. But it is true that on my second shots now on a par 4, instead of hitting a hybrid or a 3-wood, I'm hitting a 6 or 7 iron. It makes a
Right.
huge difference.
Right.
I mean, the guy, Martin, is a sand wizard. His short game is featuring supple hands and a delicate touch. Oh, what a delight to watch.
Well, that may be overstating it just a wee bit.
By my quick math, though, I think you would have broken 100
Yes.
based on how you were scoring.
I think
Absolutely.
I think
It's
so.
been upper 40s probably on the first 9. I think.
Well,
I think you would
I
have
mean,
been
I think the front 9 is easier.
yes.
But whatever. Neither here nor
Less
there.
trouble
Now,
to find.
there is a development that absolutely enamors me. I think everybody listening to this presentation is familiar with Reed Lowe, blues enforcer and auctioneer to the stars, like the greatest auctioneer going,
Big old
right? If
cowboy
you could
hat.
put him and Rich Gould together, be the greatest auction ever. And so after we get done, we go in there and Doug, I think the requirement is if you've enjoyed spending some time out there with your compadres is to wash it down with a little glass of nectar, eh?
Yeah, sure.
And so we go in there, and Robert Thomas, friend of the program, Martin, he is a confirmed friend of the program.
All right.
He is a confirmed friend of the
I heard
program.
him say yesterday.
Robert Thomas, Cam Jansen, who Doug is in the Hamptons next week, says he wants to come in and do a couple shows. So that'll be great. Cam will come in next week for a couple shows.
Does Cam play golf? I guess a little bit.
He has an aggressive left to right ball pattern. And then also Barrett Jackman and Reed Lowe are sitting there. And so we start talking it over some beverages.
They probably wanted your hockey take on things.
Well, I don't know how it came up. I think Cam said to Jackman, oh, Jackson, I love Jackson, but dude hates hockey and loves WNBA. And Robert's like, oh, really? I got to get some artillery for when I call in. I said, yeah, break down the sparks and fever with papers and it'll be activated. You start breaking down the Kyrou trade, and he's going to ask you who you're talking about.
Right. Well, my eyes will just glaze over.
And so they were amused by that. But as we're sitting there and talking, I realize, I guess probably 98% of the population has played Belle Reve. Is that about right?
Upwards of, yeah.
And
Most people in St. Louis belong there. Have a
I think that's
membership
what it
there.
is.
Yeah.
So number 2 is a downhill dogleg left that is, according to this here, from the tees we were playing, I guess 343 yards, Doug, as the crow flies. But you really don't. I mean, Jackson didn't even hit driver
I took
off
3-wood,
that.
yeah.
You took a 3-wood. I hit a driver through the fairway, and I was like, why did I do that? That was stupid. But I'm not aiming at the flag. Reed Lowe hit it over the green. Hit it over the green.
Unbelievable.
And I'm like, but now he doesn't know where it's going, according to those guys, but he hit it over the green.
Yeah, that is a bomb.
I mean, holy crap. And I said to him, because these hockey guys, they, number one, they're professional athletes, but number two, oftentimes, once they stop playing, they're incredible golfers. And I asked him, I said, well, who have you seen hit it further? And Cam's like, I think Reed Lowe's the furthest I've seen. I think Jackman said that too. But then they also said Thomas bombs it. Now, Thomas is a 2 index. But to hit it over the green, holy crap.
It's next level.
That's next level.
Yeah. Play a different sport there.
He's a big man.
El Gato Grande.
He's a big man.
He's from Moose Jaw, Canada, and we've done some events. I said, okay, now you're just making stuff up. There's not a town called Moose Jaw, Canada. Straight out of a sitcom.
It's in Saskatchewan.
It is. Have you been there, Doug?
No.
Should we do a remote?
Chaser, Porcupine Plains. Reed
Sounds made up.
Moose Jaw. That's correct.
We're drafting a kid. Where's he from? Moose Jaw. No, he's not.
Now, I've always kind of adhered to the code. When you're sitting there having libations, or back in the day at the Stag Bar, you don't talk about the sport. There's a line there. And then Papers just couldn't stop asking these guys about the draft this weekend, and it was awkward.
I was curious, It was tough. I wanted some information straight from the source.
Yeah. What do you think about McTavish?
Yep. McTavish.
Did you really do that? No.
No. The only McTavish I know. There's a character in Call of Duty named McTavish.
What about the gentleman who didn't wear the helmet?
Didn't wear the helmet. McTavish.
Craig
McTavish.
Doug's going to jump across.
McTavish.
Played
Right.
for the
He was a
Blues.
Blues assistant just a couple of years ago,
Not Mason's dad.
That's correct.
Okay.
Different
FYI.
spelling, Martin. There's an A in there.
Got it. McTavish.
So does Bob Thomas want to just swing on by at some point, chop it up with the
He knows
fellas?
he's always welcome. Welcome. He was hanging out.
See, I should have shown up for that. I should have just been waiting for you guys.
You would have flourished. You would
No,
have
I love
flourished
that.
in a situation
Love that
like
part.
that.
And then
Jansen was in rare
afterwards,
form.
here's what's going on. How about this? This is what I don't get. See, I don't get to experience this. Doug, it's over for me. It's over.
Why is that?
Well, I mean, I'm turning 50 here in 3 months. I've got 2 kids.
You're a
got
petite
married,
lesbian.
and I'm a petite lesbian. It's over for me. But then you just get an idea of what it's like to be out in public with Jackson Burkett, and you see what happens.
What happens?
And I'm not BSing you. A couple of girls who I would say Papers were in their 20s.
Probably.
Okay, come over and said, "Hey, you guys want to go to afters?" Doug, you ever get asked to go to afters?
What's
How
after?
are they not sponsored ATMA? Afters?
Oh, yeah.
It's not the name of a bar.
What?
What is it?
It's like
It's an idea?
You do something
It's
after.
abstract.
It's like something you do after.
So you're going to go
an
hang
event,
out.
right?
Do you want to hang out?
That's exactly right. That's
like
exactly
it's like
right.
everyone's going to this bar.
You go
for
to the Hive.
afters.
You go wherever.
So you didn't. 2 Victoria's Secret models who you did not know
He didn't know him.
walked over to the table.
Sitting at the table, me and Poling. Matt,
How'd he weasel his way into that?
Oh,
The term weasel there seemed strategic.
What did he
Matt
have to do
Poling
with
of
What is
City SC.
He's not a media member. He's
I mean, the Wizard played. Robert Thomas,
I'm
Jackman,
sorry. Okay,
Cam.
hold on. You're not justifying Matt Poling being there versus Ozzie
Poling
Smith being
taking
there.
heat.
I'd say
what
they're
happens.
similar.
It's going to be tough when I need those tickets to the City game later this
I'm
year.
still trying to get the rematch with Kyrou, which, by the way, Barrett Jackman's pissed that he won't give me the rematch. So God bless. There's another shot at the generous executive. But he was supposed to play with a couple players from City. So that's what was supposed to happen. I think they did arrive, but neither here nor there. We're sitting there. The Blues had just left because, all due respect, I would imagine they probably would have gone up to them before Papers. But maybe I'm off on that, And do you want to go to afters?
They didn't ask me. So they said they came
Loosely
to the group. Hey, we're doing these afters.
Hey, you know what? It's me, it's Poling, and it's you.
Right.
Who are they talking to? 2 girls in their 20s or 2 guys in
Everybody. It was an
late
invite.
40s.
It was an invite to everybody.
So where do you go for afters?
I didn't go.
Well, they were going to Napoli.
They weren't.
I swear to you, Jackson will corroborate all of this.
That is what they
Han
said.
bombs were in your
Yes.
future,
Yeah.
and you let it slide.
And at that moment, I'm like, oh, I see what the word is, and I'm going to try to get my boy taken care of.
Right.
Because that's what you do. When you're out of the game, but you see the game being played, what you want to do is you want to help your boy. If my boy needs any help. And they wanted Papers to go.
But this was like 5 o'clock or so,
Probably 6.
and you're
Yeah.
sweaty from playing golf in 100-degree weather. You got to go to Napoli.
That speaks to his effervescence, and Han would have taken great care of him.
Right.
And you had a hat. Did you have a hat on?
No. Yes.
So they didn't even see
They
the
didn't
flowing
even see the
locks.
pompadour.
Right. Right.
Yeah, that pompadour comes out. Forget about
That's
it.
when you take the hat off just and kind of, what's up, ladies?
I really had no intention of going at all.
Why?
Jackson kept saying, I'm 50-50. And then one of the
Tim's
girls...
like, I need you to go.
And one of the, there's not a chance in hell. I told him maybe if there was a $25,000 cash reward
No,
when
not
I
you,
walk in.
but you're telling Jackson.
And even
That's
then,
actually what I said to them.
how important this is to me. I can't go. I want you to go, and I need you to go.
I said,
So why
don't
wouldn't
want
you
me
go?
here. I said, but this guy, I said, and they go, so what do you do? And I said, he hosts a show, 101 ESPN. I'm the producer. Let me tell you, this guy is a rising star in the industry, and all of a sudden the stock's skyrocketing, and Papers goes, I'm 50-50. Now I can pick up the read. There's not a chance in hell Papers is going.
no shot.
But he's still...
Why wouldn't you have gone?
I was sweaty and tired and had no interest in going.
How did you answer that? So
Doug, does that
brother,
answer your
the
question?
question was thrown out to the group. Did you respond? Who responded? Anybody say when
I said I'm 50-50,
That's
which
what
was
you-
a lie. I was 0-100.
It was an easy bluff to
Oh,
pick
that
off.
sounds so fun. Where are we headed?
I just...
Why don't you go home, get a quick shower, and meet
There
him
you go.
No, because I didn't want to do that.
I mean, Doug, I want this time is fleeting.
Yeah.
Seize the moment. Seize the moment, because in 21 years, you're sitting there and you're going, well, I guess I'll go to bed at 9:30. Hell, I don't know. Let's see if Ella Reese has a new film out. That's all you got. That's all you got. Seize these moments.
All right, you squeezed it out of me. A moment of candid. I'm not single, so I...
Whoa! I didn't know that was the case.
Yeah. So,
Oh, we got a new lead.
moment of candid nature. I'm not single, so... so
Now
that'll wrap that up.
Now, Doug, we have a new lead. Lifetime
that
Roofing.
makes
Justin
sense.
McClendon is delighted
This
now
poor
with your
guy
selection.
just wants to do a show, play some drops,
No,
get mocked,
that's not true. I like the pomp and the circumstance.
Okay.
but,
Cut that off.
but put you in an
But yes,
awkward
that is the
spot,
case.
backed into a corner.
Well, if I would have known that, I
Yeah,
wouldn't
right.
have-
And I'm not upset at all. You know, part of the game out here, baby. But yeah,
We were in a
not
private setting.
100. Well, I don't care.
Fair enough, Doug.
But yes, I not
Okay.
single, so.
So it would have been a bad move.
But even if I was. I mean, my poor alabaster skin was just boiled after yesterday, and I needed to
That's
get
the
some.
worst feel. You get off the course and you're so. You want to
needed-
sit and hang at the bar, but you just feel gross.
I needed aloe vera desperately.
Aloe vera.
I need to get out of there.
Big swing and a miss here, Jackson. I'm disappointed in you. Who's your dad? He doesn't like it.
Cool with me, man.
You can't get to this guy.
Not right now.
But who are these gals?
I don't
Where'd
know.
they come from?
I have no idea. I'm certainly not going to divulge any information about them here in the public airwaves.
Oh.
Well, they were just people.
They
that
were
hanging
very
around.
nice.
They were very nice.
They
Absolutely.
were at the event, hanging out, and it's a very kind offer to the group. There's going to be some
afters.
more.
To afters.
and I'm
I remember the term after bars when I was at Mizzou.
That's what we called it too.
Okay, all right.
Afters would have been like I never really heard that, but I picked up on the context clues.
And
of
Doug, I'm such a stiff. I'd be like, "Oh, where's that over on Lima? Where's Afters?
it.
I've never been
You
there."
start googling afters.
Yeah, do they have any happy hour specials? Anybody going over to Afters?
They got good wings over there at afters, eh?
It's a good name for an all-night bar.
That
it is. Maybe we should open that up. You
We're
wanna do that?
opening up
Sure.
Cuckolds.
Yeah.
Cuckolds right next to it.
Where Wheelhouse used to be. We're taking that
Cuckolds
space.
during the evening hours, and then you go to
Afters.
afters.
Right.
That's
Yep.
it.
Right.
I appreciate Jackson's old soul approach. That hair deserves to do whatever it wants to do. That's from the Crestwood Coyote. How about that?
I appreciate that. I feel like sometimes the term "old soul" in referring to a younger person is a nice way of saying lame. The person is lame.
I don't see it that way. I really don't.
I want to take it at face value. I'm trying over here, but sometimes I feel maybe not in that context. I think that person is being
let me
genuine.
tell you something. I think it's a great thing that you publicly acknowledge your lack of interest in the game of hockey, in particular on this station, where if we talked Blues for 4 hours, there'd be a segment of the audience, not really the one I want, but either way, a segment of the audience that would sit there with soft cows.
Right. Well, if I were,
But if you were to say you loved hockey and continued with this delightful, endearing personality, you'd be dangerously too well liked. And that doesn't put food on the table.
so it seriously does not. And the problem is with the hockey thing is I can't even fake it. Like
Especially when the Blues see you coming and they want a piece of you for it.
I know, but I've had multiple Blues try to add me to their dance card.
Really?
Jamie Rivers
Jamie
did.
Rivers flat
Oh,
out
yeah, he
just-
ragdolled you.
He did. Treat me like a crash dummy.
What What if you went to HR here at Hubbard and you reported Rivers and they said, well, what led to this? You said, well, I don't really care for hockey. And they said, we're the home of the Blues, son. Get out. And you had no case.
You had it coming.
You have no case.
Well,
HR starts wailing on you.
I guess we have maybe we have a new Lifetime Roofing lead, Doug.
Have we?
I didn't realize we were going public, Jackson, but now that it's out there, I can confirm we have been dating the past 4 months. Again, we aren't putting labels on things, but are airing this out over the public airwaves. Apparently, that is from Brian Henshin. So it sounds like Jackson and Brian Henshin have been together for the past 4 months. Congratulations to you guys. That is awesome.
Correct. I am in love with Korean journalist Brian Henshin.
Wow.
It's a long-distance relationship.
It is. That's got to be tough.
Well,
But when you got drafted, you said, please leave our business separate because
Yes,
we're going to be
that's correct.
teammates, but we really don't want this to be. This is the last time we're going to discuss this. Isn't that what you said?
yeah. No,
Okay.
you're not wrong. If my memory is correct.
Well, I'm happy for the two of you. I
Yeah,
like
no, it's
Henshin. I
great.
like you. I think that's going to be good.
It's great. It's nice. I like somebody in the print media field.
God, that's what you were looking for?
Your
Do
money
you worry that you're now going to be labeled a gold digger?
Yeah, I know. That was one of my concerns. I'm not just in it for the money, nor the fame.
You like print.
Yeah. Well, and more so than that, I like Brian.
Oh, gosh.
Doug, that was like romantic.
I thought it was
isn't
weird
it?
that you were a petite lesbian. What's this say about
Power rank
Jackson?
weird things on the program.
All right,
At
Libby's pitching
7:51.
tonight. Cards and Braves, 6:45 first pitch.
There you go.
Just resetting.
Yeah, that was a good reset.
Yeah, look at papers. Look at this guy. Gosh, I wish I would to sit around and chop it up with the cams and reads. I mean,
Vibes were immaculate. That's why I think the AfterBars thing came about, because the vibes, they were curated in
Doug, you
that
like
room.
that the vibes were immaculate.
Well, I don't know.
They were.
Okay.
People were hanging out. They were getting
You went under your total? You were
Yeah.
flying high?
past hors
Stan the
d'oeuvres.
caddy?
Past hors d'oeuvres like you wouldn't believe.
Really?
Past hors d'oeuvres.
What'd you get?
Mini beef Wellington. Never seen it before in my life. It was unbelievable. Unbelievable. This goat cheese tomato thing.
And that was outside on
As
the
a meat and
veranda?
potatoes guy, I didn't know what it was.
Yeah.
Was that on the veranda?
Bring me meat and bring me potatoes.
Featured neither meat nor potato.
You were overlooking the pool out there having your drinks?
That's right.
Oh, boy, that's a nice place.
Cam Jansen treated me to a ball cap because he went closest to the pin.
Oh, he did?
Yeah. He went closest to the pin on one of the holes and got some pro shop credit. And he said, Papers, come on. We're going to go over there. We're going to walk it over there right now and get
And
it.
then
I'm not coming
Cam
back.
walked out of the pro shop with the daintiest of bags.
Yeah. Real
the
kind of
daintiest of bags.
Disney World gift shop kind of bag.
hold on, that Eureka hack got closest to the pin?
Well, Martin, I'm glad you asked that question because something happened there, too. My sense is it was actually Robert Thomas who got it, but then I was told it was Barrett Jackman who got it. And I said to Cam, I said, God, that's pretty good. I said, what'd you hit there? And I go, gap wedge? I don't know what it was. It was like 135 yards or something like that. And he just kind of had this weird look on his face. And I go, okay, I don't know what that means. And then he goes, Jack's actually got it. And I said, really? Jackman got it? And then Jackman kind of had a weird look on his face. And then it made me think Robert Thomas got it.
Yeah. What I think we can extrapolate is that Cam Jansen probably did not get
We
it.
can confirm
All
that.
right, now I feel better.
But they pass it along.
Right.
Yeah.
And Cam was giddy about it and,
He was.
and wanted to pay it forward by helping me out, which
That's
I
right.
appreciate. So I got a sweet BMW championship hat to
Did you
boot
really?
and 12 golf balls. Shout out to Cam Jansen for a multitude of reasons, but in this case for putting me on scholarship.
Now, when I was leaving for onboarding and I saw Stan the caddy,
Stan the caddy.
they had the collection of hats, and the young lady there said, did you get a hat? So I walked over to the table, and she said, now, these here are pretty standard. This one's better for bigger heads.
Yeah, wow.
Oh, my God.
That's what she said. And I'm like, well, I'm planning on losing some weight everywhere. And
Well, it's not going to, but if you were to lose weight, that wouldn't come from the top of your skull.
See Barry Bonds? Might happen.
That is
fair.
a
That's
good
fair.
question. Did movie slut just say beef Wellington was neither meat nor potatoes? That's from Nathan from the east side of Alton.
Well, Nathan, who never misses an opportunity to catch someone in a slip up. I was referring to the goat cheese tomato dish that was served.
I mean, I'll take a French fry.
Goat
And I got
cheese
this
and
guy sitting
tomato.
next to me getting asked to go to afters while enjoying goat cheese.
I don't even know you anymore.
You ever had some good spreadable goat cheese?
I don't know that I have.
Oh, it's really good. It's really, really good.
Okay. How do you know it's goat cheese? Do they
The
tell
person
you?
told me.
Okay.
Otherwise, yes, I would have been confused.
Yeah.
But it was very tasty.
Boy, that course is in great shape.
Oh,
Man,
I
is that
am
beautiful.
telling you.
Shout out to
Doug?
Sweet Sweet Kai and the crew.
Yeah, I mean, they've got a great, that event's going to be incredible. Doug, were you ever in the rough?
I got there once or twice,
That'll challenge a player.
Didn't bother me much, Timmy.
A couple cavernous bunkers, too.
You like that adjective there, cavernous?
It's accurate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A couple of them. The Brooks Koepka hole, the
Doug, let's pull up the Brooks Koepka hole.
par 3, was it 16?
16, that's where Doug got a 7.
If you end up in those bunkers down there, you're in hell.
Yeah.
You got to climb 8 feet at least to get up to the green.
Our guy Vince from the
Vince Pellegrino. From
Western Golf Association.
Yeah, I saw him afterwards, too.
Delightful guy,
Really
great,
good.
and a good guest too. Really, sometimes they give you a stiff. He was not. He was good.
He was really good.
But he mentioned that Brooks could possibly be there. Tim, remind me. So now I know he came from Live, had to kind of pay the penalty, however it played out. What would it take for him? Because they say the top 50, but Vince said, or maybe a 51st. Would it be some kind of prorated scoring?
I believe, and this is, I guess I would call it educated speculation, but it doesn't take away from the importance of the second word, speculation, that because of the penalty that he is paying, they wouldn't penalize the 50th guy for Koepka, because the 50th guy has been a tour guy through and through, whereas Koepka had this special exception. So therefore, whoever finishes 50 wouldn't lose their spot. That's my guess.
But how would they add? They would just do it as
they would just add it, and so
it
there'd be
would,
51
because
out
for
there.
the storyline for us, it would be great to have him back at Belle
Absolutely.
Reve.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, but they could just do that if they wanted to, more or less.
I know. I think
he would have to have
he has
played at
be
a high
in there
level.
to crack the FedEx Cup standings and be the top 50, and then also advance from.
So if he's in the top 50, he would get in, but then the 51st person, in theory, would get in.
correct, and that's after the FedEx St. Jude in Memphis, which is the week before, and then the top 30 out of Belle Reve advance to the Tour Championship at Eastlake in Atlanta the following week.
Okay, because it would be such a great story to have him back there.
I'm taking a gander. I don't know.
I'm trying to
Are
look.
you looking at the FedEx Cup?
Yeah,
standings?
he's
Where is he?
78th right now.
Okay, so it's live. Well, then that means he would get in the FedEx Cup at St. Jude.
Is that top 80 or top 70?
I thought it was top 80.
Okay.
And then the top 50 come to St. Louis.
No, top 70 for St. Jude. I'm looking at
So he's going to have to win.
Yeah, he's
or he's
gonna-
going to just pick up
yeah.
points. You don't have to win.
A couple
Just keep
top
picking up
10s,
points.
and
That's
he'd
why
be
he's
right there.
playing every event he can play.
Right.
Doug, there it is on the Two Fox right now. Friday, Big Wild, Ludacris, and Zed will be at Celebrate St. Louis on July 3rd and 4th.
I miss the old VP fair, just the label. It felt like summertime when the VP arrived. Jackson, you probably were.
Well, Jackson doesn't know the VP Fair, but he goes to the Veiled Prophet Ball every year.
The ball.
Tails.
Those silly ass white
Won't be
gloves.
eating Euros on the arch grounds, but I will go to the ball.
I would go when it was they moved to the Forest Park for a couple of years because I was working at Forest Park at the time, and so there were several occasions where I got some pretty sweet.
There was a
access.
time that was one of the biggest celebrations in the country.
Really?
Yeah, it was one of the biggest in terms of the number of people that were there.
Last summer, Ludacris performed at one of the, maybe the NASCAR race over at Worldwide Technology, and I tried to get him, and the PR person wrote back, what did you want for this show? And they said, what did you want to have Ludacris on to talk about? And I just said, stuff.
I mean, didn't he introduce Nicki Minaj to the world, Doug?
I don't know if he did or not.
I really
Jackson wants to do a deep dive on Crash. Are you open to that here in 2025?
Would you scold him for winning Best Picture over Brokeback Mountain?
I wouldn't. Scold might not be the right term.
Ask if he feels guilty.
Right. No, I mean, that Crash is a prime example of a movie that gets held to it gets criticized because it won Best Picture. If it was just a movie that came and went, people would be like, oh, it's pretty good. But then wins Best Picture, it's like, okay, that's not deserving of Best Picture.
Do you think it was good?
Yeah, it's fine. In a
Well,
way,
the thing is, I invested in goodorbad.com.
the problem is I was, because of the year I was born, my age, like I've only known it through the context of it winning Best Picture. Therefore, I've looked at it through with like a negative connotation. But if I were to see it when it came out in 2005, I'd probably been like, yeah, that's solid. I thought the same thing about Green Book in 2018. I was like, okay, solid little movie, and then wins Best Picture. I'm like, well, that doesn't make much sense.
Doug, do you have a bigger problem with Green Book or Crash?
I don't have a problem with any of it because much of it's political.
Either way, I just like it's like some things just get held against it, and I think that's a prime example.
All right, Ludacris.
Shakespeare in Love, like there's no world in which that should beat Saving Private Ryan, but it did, therefore, so it gets held in a bad light.
Keep talking film, Jackie. I'm almost there. That's from Little Judy Suckins, who loves when you talk film.
I love little Judy Suckins.
She's
I
Jackson's favorite
thought
listener.
your heart went to Brian.
Oh, yes.
Henshin's gonna
I
be
platonically love Little Judy Suckins.
Okay.
You're in love with Brian Henshin.
Yes.
Henshin's where your heart really is.
Yes.
But this other little gal, you're just kind of nice with her. You're just
But yeah, it's, it's a platonic. I love Cam Jansen. I'm not in love with Cam
I didn't
Jansen.
want Henshin to get worried that
No.
you were strained.
No, our relationship is built on a foundation of trust.
Okay.
He's a journalist, protect your sources.
Yeah, and you love print.
Yeah, always
Well, now
have.
Henshin is pissed that Jackson has expressed his love for little Judy Suckins.
thought he
This
would be.
guy's a slut. What the hell? That's from Brian Henshin. And now, Martin, this is the problem when the relationship goes public.
Right.
Exactly what I was worried about.
Yeah.
Well, they're not all happy. Hockey Mike said, really good show today, guys. Almost completely zero sports. Well done, Governor. And I don't know if that's a phrase, well done, Governor,
You think he's English?
or if his name is Hockey Mike. But it says, well done,
You
Governor.
don't think there's a hockey Mike in Sussex?
I don't know if he's changing his name to Governor.
Well, St. Louis City Kevin agrees with Hockey Mike. For once, you guys finally choose to talk sports, and the one you select was golf? Doug, that's St. Louis City Kevin.
Okay, leave us alone.
We actually talked quite a bit of soccer at the outset of this show.
That was Doug's lead, but then that was it was passed by Jackson's big reveal on his relationship with Colts beat writer Brian Henshin.
That's right. What was the thing that used to be in radio where you just read who hit a home run the night before?
Oh, the Homer roll.
Do you remember that? Oh, my God.
It would take 10 minutes.
I couldn't believe it. So I get hired at KFNS, and you might be surprised to hear this. I was arrogant.
Yeah.
No.
Seriously. 26 years old.
I don't want to believe it.
Yeah. I know it's probably tough to comprehend.
Most petite lesbians are demure.
Put that off. And they said, well, what would you guys like to do with the show now that Tim's a part of it? And I said, well, one thing that needs to go is a homer roll. I go, you're reading who hit a home run the night before at 7:30 in the morning? I go, I mean, there's just nobody. And this is, when people were like, there wasn't podcasting, so you're just stuck. And 101 wasn't around at the time, so you're literally stuck. And I go, I mean, what are we doing? And they couldn't have been more offended. And I go,
Jackson, it might have lasted 10 minutes.
You're reading home runs.
Oh, my God.
It was a
And
real
Josh
thing.
Naylor in the 5th inning last night, he went deep. That was his 6th. Like, just and keep going.
What are we doing?
Oh, my
and then
God.
followed by
good
that, we'll
radio.
have Bob Nightingale on. I'm like, what are we doing? Like, do you just want this to be like a 90-year-old audience?
Just reading
F the F off.
who
Are
hit
we
a home
trying to
run.
grow an audience?
Why do you hate the Pirates beat
God
writer?
almighty. What is this crap?
I mean, on like a Tuesday or Wednesday when every team plays, you could really go on for
I'm
a
telling you, it took a lot of time, as I recall. That said, Wilson Contreras homered last night.
There you go, Doug. Nice one for Wilson.
And he had the bat
Contreras.
flip. His bat, if you have to watch it, the bat might have gone.
And then he got
forward.
ejected.
Yeah.
Later gets ejected,
Well,
but
he hit the home run off Miles Michaelis. It might
Yes.
have gone 500 feet.
the home run went 500 feet over the Green Monster. The bat was thrown 50 feet in
Very
the air.
emotional. It was very emotional.
I was having a flashback to Miles Michaelis pitching for the Cardinals at Fenway last year when he got destroyed.
Yeah, that was a rough outing.
But
Running
his
around.
numbers actually have been decent lately.
Because they've been going with the opener, which Jackson just learned about here on the air 2 weeks ago.
It was new to me. I've got to throw one inning to start the game. Wow.
Speaking of Josh Naylor, there's a nice little anecdote from one of his former roommates in the minor leagues. Holy Mary. I mean, this is unbelievable. I'll give you the backstory here on the other side of the break. This is phenomenal, and he had a big weekend in St. Louis, if I'm not mistaken. Had a key home run against the Cardinals when he was with the Mariners. Had a rough one against his former teammates in Cleveland this weekend, which then led to his former minor league roommate sharing a story that is truly something else. We'll have that for you coming up here as we close out the Healthcare Evolution 7 o'clock hour and head into the Fisher Window and Door Store 8 o'clock hour on the program. It is called The Morning After, and we welcome you to take a look at Polos Plus because they're the sponsor of the dossier here on TMA, polosplus.com. And now they have After the Morning After hats and T-shirts as well as TMA hats and T-shirts, the Navy Caps on the Road T-shirts. It's all available for you at polosplus.com. And if you have a team, you have a school, you have a neighborhood event, or you have a business looking for a local company to handle your shirts, polos, quarter zips, hats, whatever, Check out polosplus.com and the great work Andrew Hubbard and Corey Lawson do at Polos Plus. They are a local business, and they work with big-time, high-quality partners, ranging from some of the most well-known names in the industry to put your company's logo, your school's logo, your business's logo on that merch. It's polosplus.com, and if you're interested in the TMA merch, when you go to polosplus.com, there is a TMA tab right at the top of the page, and then you can see the TMA store. It's polosplus.com, sponsored the dossier here on TMA. This is the Morning After 101 ESPN.
This is Jackson with the SportsCenter update brought to you by Universal Windows Direct. Cardinals start a 3-game set in Atlanta tonight. 6:15 first pitch with Matthew Liberatore on the mound for the Redbirds. That was another SportsCenter update brought to you by Universal Windows Direct. You'll be saying, I love my windows.
Doug, you wanted to hear some Zed?
Sure.
Here's
Is this
Zed. And then the what is I would call it like steam shoots down in the club.
Heavy steam, yeah.
And people are jumping and just rolling balls.
Oh, they really
The lights start flashing.
Do they put dry ice in water to get that?
Probably.
fog?
I don't know.
Probably so.
Good question. If you're in pyrotechnics of any kind, call in.
Yep, 314-974-0101. And pyrotechnicians moved to the front of the line on the Collier and Thompson phone lines here on the Morning After 101 ESPN and the TMA STL YouTube channel. Tim McKernan, Doug Vaughn, Martin Kilcoyne, Little Jackie Papers, loved that Rascal Puff on the ones and twos here on the presentation. How many of you boys, now this might be something that everybody knows about, and I'm late to the party, which is absolutely live, or it's a social media phenomenon, the Josh Naylor thing. Anybody? Nurse?
I am not familiar
Papers,
with
you got to know.
I was aware of his altercation with Austin Hedges over the weekend, but
What did I just hear?
My phone barked at me.
okay.
Barks.
It did.
Ken Strode's in that body and running around.
It really was.
So you're aware of what took place over the weekend?
Yes, I'm sorry. You were talking to Doug.
No, I mean just in general.
Yes.
Martin, are you familiar with this in any capacity?
I am not. I saw Naylor was on my brain because of the stuff with Cleveland.
Yes. So he gets hit by a pitch this weekend and clearly doesn't try to get out of the way. And immediately, the Guardians players are yelling. He didn't try to get out of the way. The broadcast immediately is on it. The catcher starts screaming at him, Austin Hedges, who's his former teammate, and they're screaming at each other back and forth. And then he goes, literally, no one likes you. No one likes you. No one on this team likes you. So it's just like, okay, it's heated, ex-teammate, whatever, say whatever. But then, yesterday, this comes out. Do you remember the name Stone Garrett? Stone
Stone
Washington
Phillips.
National.
Parkway West?
Yeah.
Mount Rushmore, Scott Highmark, Blaine Gabbert.
Was on the Nationals. I don't know if he's since moved on, but I remember him with the Nationals.
So Stone Garrett writes the following under the video of the Naylor-Hedges exchange. Josh Naylor liked to play stupid games. Dude would come into our apartment, we were neighbors, with aerosol and lighters multiple times. That wasn't his first time in our apartment, with a butcher's knife. One day, the guy hid in my closet waiting for me to get home. When I went to hang my shirt up, he jumped out with a knife pointed at me. It caught my thumb, sliced it wide open. I went to the ER. He waits for me when I get back from the ER. First question is not how I'm doing, but are you gonna press charges? Next day, the coach holds a team meeting saying the front office wants to keep it hush-hush, LMAO. I get surgery. He cut my nerve. I still can't feel my right thumb. He got suspended for 1 game, LOL. 2 weeks later, he goes to the Futures game and gets traded. He is the most psychotic person I've ever met in my life. There is Josh Naylor, who had a big home run against the Cardinals a couple of months ago, fresh off the weekend in which his former teammate Austin Hedges said, literally no one on the team likes you. And there's a former teammate who was his neighbor in the minor league saying he hid in my closet and jumped out with a knife and cut my thumb wide open, and I still can't feel my thumb after the fact.
I might want to press charges.
Yeah, that was my thought, too. Why not press charges? Could have ruined your career. How many millions of dollars could that have cost him by not having a major league career?
I think the Marlins saying they want to keep it hush-hush probably. And when you're young coming up, not to mention you just had your thumb sliced, and you might...
Probably what suppressed it.
Yeah.
Nonetheless...
Right.
The Marlins are the team that going to wind up not paying him anything because he can't feel his right thumb.
Right. And Stone Garrett is now retired.
Yeah, he retired in September.
Yeah, so probably it doesn't have
The statute of limitations is on that, but might want to revisit that.
I still like Hedges just being direct. You effing loser. No one likes you. Literally, nobody likes you.
And he did stick his elbow out.
And then Stone
That was a
Garrett's,
breaking ball.
Yeah.
Stone Garrett's like, I can take it from here.
Yeah, I can corroborate Austin Hedges' assessment.
He's a fan favorite in Seattle.
Sure.
Well, they've never been attacked.
But God almighty, he's been traded 4 times in the last decade, which is, as Yahoo Sports notes this morning, it's pretty rare for somebody with his ability. And that is why both Austin Hedges and now Stone Garrett's anecdotes are ringing throughout baseball. Doug, you ever have a gentleman hiding in your closet with a knife when you...
No.
Didn't Traverse used to do that just for kicks?
I think I'd probably have a heart attack if somebody jumped out at me from the
Well, if I
closet
did
when
that
you
in
were waiting
Jupiter.
for it.
Like Kato with Peter Sellers, the Pink Panther.
Our Jupiter Airbnb, if I was just waiting for you in your closet with
With a knife, no
with
less.
a big knife.
Doug would walk in, Kato, and you would jump out of the fridge.
Doug, it was just a goof.
I think your reaction would probably be to lunge at the guy and start fighting him, wouldn't it?
Al Pacino in The Irishman teaches us that when it's a gun, you run towards them. When they have a knife, you run away.
Why would you
gun-
run towards a gun?
Run towards the gun to knock it out of their hands. With a knife, you run away.
Well,
They can only
yes.
strike you with a knife in close range. They could
I
strike
could
you.
throw the knife at you.
I'd like my chances better than if I was in close range. But Al Pacino taught us that. He played Jimmy
taught us
Hoffa.
that.
You don't have a whole lot of time to go through the movie catalog when someone jumps out of the closet.
Well, you
at
got to keep rewatching The Irishman
It would
so
just-
that you know these
It would
things.
just be an instinctual thing. Oh my, it's me or him at this point.
No, well, Al Pacino taught me.
Al Pacino taught me.
With a gun, you run
Okay.
towards them. With a knife, you run away.
All right. So run towards the gunfire.
No, if they're holding the gun, you run towards them, knock it out of their hands.
Okay.
With a
before
knife.
they
How close
start-
do you need to be?
Before they
With a knife, you
start
run away.
shooting.
I ask Pacino. We'll get him on.
Oh, that'll be a good guess. A surprise guess, Martin?
Surprise guess.
I would suggest you
What
run
would you
away
like to
from
have, talk
both.
to Mr. Pacino about? Running towards a gun.
Yeah.
I'd run away from both and in a serpentine fashion.
That's not bad. That's how you should run away from crocodiles, right?
Yeah.
Alligators.
Well, thankfully, I've never really had to run away from either.
Right.
Certainly in my own home, I have not.
But if one of your friends is trying to pull a goof and has a knife in the closet, you now know what to do.
All right. First, you check. Is that a gun or is that a knife?
Right.
Am I running? or
Identify
am I
the
charging?
weapon. Yes. Thank you.
Jackson's never fondled a firearm. Stick to movies, yuppie boy. That's from the South Side hash slinging slasher. Stick to movies, yuppie boy.
I have not.
I've never considered you a yuppie boy.
But I have never handled a firearm, so.
What about when he was bragging about his goat cheese?
Ooh, yeah.
That was a bridge too far for me.
It was really good.
Hey, you want to go to AFTAs? Will there be appetizers?
Past hors d'oeuvres.
Will
Yeah.
there be apps?
Mel Gibson and the Patriots said aim small, miss small, Doug. But you wouldn't know that, Papers. That's from the Caddyshack hack.
It's true.
Aim
Because you haven't
small.
watched the Patriot.
Still haven't. Yeah. Not saying I won't. It's 3 hours.
What
know?
if it wasn't called the Patriot?
That doesn't change anything. It's a fine title. I'm sure I'm going to like it. This
Hey,
is
we're all
3
going to-
hours.
We're all going to AFTAs to watch the Patriots.
Yeah, how about that?
Now, okay. Now I'm warming up.
Dude's a renter. What a shock. That's from Greg Oden Stovepipe. Now, what does that mean?
You just took a shot because you're
Young
renting.
Kid.
Sorry.
Jeez. Jackson could say, I bought some new shoes. Oh, loser.
Yeah.
Like, what?
Yeah, only losers buy shoes.
doesn't
I had to go
matter.
get gas. You had to get gas, loser. Like, I ate
And yet I would
breakfast.
tell you, in my opinion, without question, Papers has the highest approval rating on the dais. It's like
Absolutely.
without question, yes.
I mean, the rest of us suck. You just take shrapnel.
You guys have been
They
in it a
love
lot
you,
longer,
but
though.
you take shrapnel.
So you're saying in 20 years you'll match the intense hatred?
Yes.
I don't think so. It's not your disposition.
Yeah.
You know what you are? Let me tell you what you are. A delight.
Well, I appreciate that. It's very kind.
Yeah, somebody says something terrible. Papers like, to each his own.
That's his thing.
Say it to me. I'm like, well, go screw yourself, loser.
That's what Cam was saying to him yesterday. He goes, dude, this guy takes so much crap from the listeners and he doesn't care. Right, exactly. I'm trying to clean it up from my memory.
Yeah.
And
Dude, I
said,
play
yeah.
the Cam and Strick podcast in the car when kids are in it. Daddy learned that lesson.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, I put it on one time. And I was, oh, Dandy. Dude, we were at the lake.
Cam did say
Talk hockey.
Cam said he was rooting for the remote yesterday to go a little sideways so that the listeners would come
Yeah,
out.
that was a tough thing for
It was
many of your fans that
Yeah.
the remote went off without a hitch.
Yeah, Cam
Tip
was-
of the cap to Chairman Kurt Doty and Jim Ewer.
Big tip of the cap to those fellas.
Yeah.
And we were indoors.
But yeah, huge, big W there. Yeah, but Cam said I was kind of rooting for it to go poorly so that the listeners would be upset.
Sharon in Clayton is pissed that I said that Jackson has the highest approval rating on the dais. Total BS. No way Piddles beats Doug in popularity. That's from Sharon in Clayton. Jackson,
Just relax.
and that is why Papers That's a skyrocketing stock.
Drop that to third gear.
So is
please.
Cam going to be here? Is that? Because I've
Next
been
week,
taking a
I
lot of
believe.
shots at him. I'm going to clean it up before he gets here.
Oh, yeah. Well, Doug's in the Hamptons.
Yeah.
Okay.
You always go there in the first week of July, right?
Yeah, it's the sailing season is at its peak at that time.
Clam bakes left and right.
Yeah, so I said, oh, Doug's going to be out. Come on in next week. Since he was sitting there, I mean, it sounds like he listens quite a bit. And I said, come on in. The water's warm.
I'm now
Doug's in the Hamptons.
I'm now picturing Doug in pleated shorts, like a very nice knit polo, maybe a vest,
Maybe a seersucker jacket.
Like a folded mosaic sweater.
deck shoes, just hanging out of the clam bake.
Scarf.
Yeah.
Well, you are going to Lake Geneva, which is Cape Cod adjacent, Hamptons adjacent. It's oh wow! Paper just rolled like.
No, I didn't roll my eyes.
No, you gave
Not
a
good
snotty
enough.
look. I said Lake Geneva's kind of got that whole Cape Cod Long Island. Jackson went, like, not so fast, pal.
Don't they have a giant billboard over 64 before you get into town?
Oh!
Geneva? Yeah, don't they have like a big like Lake Geneva? They call it like they have like some name for it. It's like
I
the
don't
Vegas
know.
of the Midwest or something.
No, it's not like that.
Okay.
Vegas in the
It's a
Midwest.
stretch to compare it to the Hamptons, but it's got plenty
It's
of
beautiful.
money and plenty
Oh, for
of
sure.
fancy boats.
the-
So Doug could play that role that you were
Lake
talking
Geneva is
about.
beautiful.
Apparently, you don't think so.
No, I do.
Why'd you roll your eyes, bro?
You didn't. What did you do? You kind of lifted. You actually tilted your nose
There's
in
a
the
touch
air.
of a side eye.
It was the ultimate snobbery.
I didn't mean.
Scoffed at my vacation
I
plans.
didn't mean it that way. I didn't
Wow.
mean it that way.
But you did.
It was just quizzical, if anything else.
All right, calm down.
Quizzical.
You just relax.
Get involved in the program. Text in, call in, email in, and, of course, talk it over in the Form Energy YouTube chat where 263 friends are in there. It's the TMA STL YouTube channel. And TMA Remote Lamps talking to Brad in Weldon Spring, who says Lake Geneva is very nice.
It is.
No, I just said it's
There's a
very
lot
nice.
of money like Geneva.
Someone
Why'd
just
you
put.
bring up a billboard?
Well, I think they do have a billboard.
I don't know what you're thinking.
So there's some billboard.
I'll look for the billboard.
Okay, there. Someone in the the Form Energy YouTube chat put it's the Hamptons of Chicago. That is accurate.
I'm seeing Newport of the West.
Okay.
Maybe you got the Vegas thing with Newport.
Okay. The West. I wouldn't consider Lake Geneva the West.
But it's west of Rhode Island.
Right.
It's all
This westward
Chicago.
expansion
Don't
thing
wear any
happened a
Cardinal
couple
gear.
hundred
It's a
years ago.
lot of Chicago people.
America's Dairyland.
A lot of Chicago there.
It's really nice. You're gonna love it, Doug. You're gonna do a Cub game.
Yeah.
It's gonna be sweet. Cardinal Cub game.
That's where I met Gary Player. He had a golf course near Lake Geneva, and they had a media day, kind of like yesterday. And I showed up from Madison with my camera. I was the only media person who showed up because it's kind of the middle of Milwaukee and Madison. So I showed up, and he said, "Come along, Martin, walk the course." And we did a video together, and there were some fans, and he would putt blindfolded and making these 20-foot putt. Could not have been more of a showman.
Oh, yeah,
and
he's
polite.
great.
And he said, "Who would like a signed golf ball?" And he started signing golf balls, which is
Pretty good
hard to
impression.
do.
Yeah.
And he could not have been more delightful.
Did he scold you about anything you were eating?
No, I guess I was less sizable then, maybe.
Less sizable.
More slight.
But when he was at Norwood last year, we did an interview, and I talked to him. I said, we were up, and he goes, "Oh, absolutely." It's like Geneva Lakes or whatever.
Oh, he's
I-
just fantastic.
People who enjoy goat cheese are not going to visit a lake that has to rely on a billboard. That's from Shooter McGavin.
I thought
billboard.
maybe
I
the
don't know what
billboard
that
was
is.
for something else. There was some billboard I saw.
You're thinking of vacation in Chevy Chase or something.
Okay.
So you won't go to a place that advertises on a billboard?
I'll say it once. I'll say it 100 times. I like a little Hoosier in my vacation.
But you don't like billboard advertising.
No, in fact, I seek it out.
Oh, you do?
Right, in terms of vacation spots. But when comparing Hamptons to something like Lake Geneva, I see where you're coming from, but I think there is still a difference.
Martin, you like getting talked down to?
I'm not. It's just my opinion, man.
Lake Geneva's trash, and it's for the fats. That's from Lady Sonia's Teacup.
That's
in
not.
alliance
That's not
with
the
Jackson.
case. No, that's not in alliance with me. I am not saying it's for the fats.
St. Germain, Wisconsin is the bee's knees. That's from Big Don Johnson. That's up there by Eagle River, Monaco. Beautiful up there.
All those areas, Door County, it's sweet.
What
I
is
love
the
Wisconsin?
prime vacation area for the fats?
Myrtle.
Myrtle Beach.
I thought for sure you were going to go somewhere else, and I thought we were going to have
More
a
local.
big air comfort service text inbox
And
moment.
I love Myrtle Beach. I want to put that. I almost want to. No, I do. I do.
You're just going to slam America's vacation spots and then with all of them. But I love them.
I do.
I love it.
I Gulf Shore. Also, plenty of fats. Love Gulf Shores.
So once you lost the weight, you
I
became
vacation.
a fat shamer.
If I've been to the places more than once to vacation, I feel like I'm in the right to call it for the fats or not because I've been there and enjoyed it. Myrtle Beach, I love. Outer Banks, I love.
Now getting a diaper guy vacation review. Get out of here.
Diaper Guy Vacation Review is what's coming in. You're welcome to participate in the program. Call in, text in, email in for the Design, Air, Heating, and Cooling email today. Coming up with the Polos Plus dossier at 9:45. And then you've got the Form Energy YouTube chat. Get involved on the presentation any way you would like. And we recommend supporting the sponsors. That's the name of the game. Sponsors, including 100 West Dental. That is Dr. Brandon Pryor and 100 West Dental. A great place to go, of course, to get your teeth cleaned, your teeth tended to, should you have some issues. That's on Manchester and Baldwin. But now Dr. Pryor can help those dealing with sleep apnea. If you have sleep apnea, you know how difficult it is day to day to get through your day not feeling like yourself. Well, Dr. Pryor treats sleep apnea with custom oral appliances, which is an alternative to CPAP, so no mask and no machine. For the right candidates, at least go get checked because bad sleep can really catch up with you. You're not performing at 100% if you're not sleeping right at work, in the gym, anywhere. Visit 100westdental.com to go see Dr. Pryor. You can book your complimentary sleep apnea treatment consult online with Dr. Pryor. It's 100westdental.com. The program's called The Morning After. It's presented to you by Brown and Crouppen on 101 ESPN.
These guys are hanging with Robert Thomas yesterday. You can see him on those commercials for Auto Loan Pro. He's on the website as well, autoloanpro.com. That's part of the Lita family. And what they have done is put together a website where you can get a vehicle, also little to no money down for that car. Best rates available no matter what your situation is. That's their guarantee to you. Little to no money down, best rates possible. They work with over 50 different lenders to make sure they can get you the best financing possible. And also, Jim Olive put together on that site a free playbook that you can download, run through it, understand it. It educates you on the credit industry. And next time around, get the car of your choice. So great site to do all of the above. Fix your credit and also get that new car. Making that large payment with financing, the purchasing, it can all get really complicated. So make sure you're with the pro, autoloanpro.com. Get online, pick out the car, get that free playbook, and get that next vehicle. No matter what situation you're in, they're going to work with you. Best rates possible. It's autoloanpro.com.
Ah, Doug. Greatest American hero, huh? Connie Selica?
Oh, yeah. Vavavoom. And she married John
Tesh.
You know.
Round ball?
Round Ball Rock.
Was this song made for the Greatest American Hero, or was it already out there and then they used it for the Greatest American
I would bet the latter.
Okay.
I didn't hear it until that show came around.
Believe it or not.
Feels like it was made for the show.
Okay. Trying to find out.
Okay.
Doesn't really say.
Well,
time,
it's not
please.
a big deal.
Didn't have
Well,
a
it doesn't
long
really
run.
say.
No, just take your time.
45 episodes.
That's it?
Yeah. Only on TV for about 2 years, 81-ish to 83-ish. He's a high school special education teacher, Doug.
I'm not sure I saw it much.
I did. I loved it. I think it's because of the song, though. And I ran around in my underoos.
Oh, no. You got any photos?
The series chronicles Ralph's adventures after a group of aliens gives him a red and black suit that grants him superhuman abilities.
Yeah.
No, it was written specifically for the show.
That's a big win.
Yeah.
It's a big win.
It just doesn't. It feels like it. I don't know. I wasn't alive in 1981, so
There
I
were
don't
some
know
great
why I have an
songs.
opinion on this.
There were some great songs made just for TV shows.
Mike Post.
Wonder Years.
The Mary Tyler Moore theme, that was also one, right?
Gilligan's Island.
Oh, maybe the best of all time.
Now you just found Doug's sweet spot right there.
I know.
Mike
saw that
Post
reaction.
famously was the musician who would put these together. He did The White Shadow, Law and Order, The A-Team, Quantum Leap, Magnum P.I.,
Scott
Hill Street
Bakula,
Blues,
Kirkwood Pioneer.
I bet that guy has a massive house
Mike Post,
just based on those
81.
TV shows and the
He
residuals.
cranked out the hits.
Hey, fellas, I'm listing you on the terrestrial radio for the first time ever. And Doug sounds like he looks really cute today. Tee-hee, that's from Hughes' brother Buffett.
Hughes, I didn't know Hughes had a brother.
Yep.
You don't hear,
Buffett's the name.
first name Buffett often.
Yep. I'm heading
No,
to the
you really
Ozarks
don't.
tomorrow for the week. Car leaves at 9:30. You are more than welcome, Jackson. That's from Josh Bob Bill, who I guess is in St. Louis. Or he's just driving from Tampa, where he shares a building with Keisha Gray, to go to the Lake of the Ozarks for the week, Jackson. So he can
Sounds
pick you
good.
up as he comes up from Tampa.
Does sound fun.
Do you think in the history
Probably
of this
out.
country anyone has ever left the Tampa area to vacation at Lake of the Ozarks?
Yes.
You think they have?
Somebody has.
Matthew Kachuk was just in town talking about he's going to a bachelor party
There you go.
in
South
Lake of the
Florida zone.
Ozarks.
Yeah.
And he
But
lives
he's in the
South
Miami
Florida.
area.
Right. Well, couldn't one say that the area that he lives in, he being Matthew Kachuk, is even more fun than Tampa?
Yeah, could be. But it wasn't a vacation. It was kind of a wedding thing.
Yeah, well. I agree.
You're the vacation police.
I don't want to be.
Yeah, I know.
That's not
Doug's
what I
got
want to
this
be.
wonderful
Just it happened.
trip
All
next
I
week
wanted
with
to
his
do is go to
family.
Lake Geneva
Yeah. Just with a
and
beautiful
go
family
over.
I
trip.
can't-
Greg Vaughn's coming up.
I can't wait to hear about it.
Send us a picture of you wearing an ascot, and we'll show it to this ass hat and say,
Yeah.
look at me being a big
I've
shot.
never been, so I feel like I'm wrong
missing
for
a lot
saying
of good
anything.
golf up there.
And
Honestly,
honestly,
you follow PE guy on social media? Because I'm starting to think Jackson is Johnny Hillbrandt, PE guy. I
don't
Where he goes, oh, bummer, dude, you know, that you got a vacation in Lake Geneva.
Yeah. I've seen that guy. He's quite funny.
Is that where you get your
No.
song and dance from?
No, but good on him. But no, I don't want to shame anybody. And in fairness, I didn't say anything. I gave Martin a look, which he immediately called out.
Chairman, if we need to rewind the tape,
Right.
it was a little bit of a snobbery.
It was a side eye. I gave you the side eye.
I know, but it was.
Sports, please! Sports!
Sports, that's right.
That's from Vemo Green. He took it in the eye. Spoiler alert.
Yeah, it didn't look like a great massage.
Yeah, hairy back, though. You like a guy with a hairy back?
I have my buddy Gareth.
Co-host of Movie Boy.
Famously has hair all over his back.
He's not famous for that. We didn't know it till just now.
No, people know.
But
people know.
Sports Please from Vemo Green.
That's right.
8 minutes earlier, said Jackson, thoughts on the corrupt NBA. So he's specific sports.
I mean, it's like if you could create the poster of Talk Sports Guy.
Yeah, literally, yeah.
Literally.
That would be the quote under
I
the
like
picture.
the college game more. Oh, is that right? Here's what we got. Jackson, you were hanging out with Robert Thomas yesterday, and he talked yesterday at the BMW Championship Media Day about the Jordan Kyrou trade. Here is what 18 had to say.
Yeah, it sucked. It's hard for everyone. He was such an important part of this team, and it was hard for both sides. I'm excited for him to get a new opportunity, a little bit of a fresh start. I think everyone's really looking forward to that, and he's an incredible player, and I'm sure he's going to do great there. And so, definitely going to miss him and wish him all the best, and I'm sure we'll still talk a lot.
Like that was his rhyme, mate.
But the sound after the soundbite, it sounded like maybe a goal or he hit the goalpost, and then there's scrambling of little feet.
Right there.
Where are they going?
Dude, it's crashing the net.
Still?
Sure.
But usually they kind of do the hockey stop into the net. They don't just keep scrambling the little feet.
Listen, I don't have time to explain hockey to you.
Okay, let me hear that sound one more time.
Yeah, they're trying to get to the net.
Okay.
Cycle the puck, crash the net.
All right. And then just keep the feet moving.
Right.
All right.
Enough with all this nonsense. Can you please tell us who hit home runs last night?
No.
Give the people what they want.
right.
Martin, they want the homer roll back. 618.
Well, Tuesdays were always a little lean on the homer roll because Monday nights you have a lot of teams off. But here we go. The White Sox and Orioles played a match last night. That game was in Baltimore. The Sox continue to be one of the surprise teams in the American League, beating Baltimore 8-2. And in that game, Tim, it looks like no one went deep.
No home
We
runs.
check another box.
bad homer
Okay.
roll.
This
So
is
we'll
bad
have to-
homer roll.
This is like where did it rain last night across the United States? Where are the places that it rained?
Bryce Harper hit his 20th last night. Trey Turner's up to 8 on the season. I need that hey, like background.
Was that the song? I was trying to think there was a song behind
I don't
it.
remember. Something like that.
Hold on, I got something for you.
Papers is
Seven
on it.
Nations
Don't you worry.
Army.
Papers is on it.
Let's see. Marsh hit his second.
I don't know what this means, but knock it off, Doug. Queen of Hearts custodian.
You got to knock it off. I was just sitting there.
Yeah, I know. That's what I was wondering.
A little zombie nation for you.
Hey, let's take a look around the league. The Guardians and Rangers played. Let's see who went yard. Arias hit his third
Oh, wow.
for the Guardians, formerly known as the Indians. That was the only long ball in that game. Tigers-Yankees feels like that has the potential for some deep shots.
Who hit circuit clouts?
Oh, yeah. Rosano said, "Hey, Grandma." He hit his 8th.
Nice.
That's the only home run in that game. Kind of a lean homer roll on this Tuesday morning. Looking back, Lindor did hit his 3rd. However, the Mets, Doug, they got clipped 2-1 by the Blue Jays.
Oh, good effort from Juan Soto there in left field last night.
That thing is spiraling even worse.
Yeah.
And then the Cubs had a walk-off, I believe, and then we had...
Was that a walk-off homer?
It was caught or dropped up against the ivy.
Yeah, I thought that as soon as he hit it, they obviously
Technically,
won, got in third, but
Shota.
But in the game, played it regularly.
Pumping
there you
up
go.
the volume there. Pump up the volume. Pump up the volume. Pump up the volume. Dance. Dance.
well, this homer roll is getting everybody on pins and needles here.
And it was so long. And when we come back, we'll get to the American League homer roll.
The junior circuit.
Junior circuit.
We have, so 28 home runs were hit last night. We've gone halfway home. We'll get to all of that on the other side of the break. But first, our friends at Stratton's bring you the roll of the morning.
Oh, my God. This thing actually used to be a real thing. That's from Bobby Big Wheels. Yes, I can confirm.
And who says we won't bring it back?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rest
Dare
of
us.
popularity.
Dare us.
Anytime I hear talk sports, I feel like we might need to roll out the homer roll.
This is a little, just a
what you
small
get.
slice of what it would have been. Doug, you enjoyed the fact that Dodgers and A's played, and Max Muncy played for the Dodgers, and then Max Muncy played for the A's. And they both
They
played
were
third
both
base.
born on August 25th. What are the chances that they share the same name, are both in the major leagues, and were born on August 25th?
Pretty
Think
hard
about
to
that.
believe.
Think about that.
Yeah.
What are you thinking?
I'm thinking it's probably not possible.
Yep.
Somebody's being lied to.
By the way, Arenado hit his 9th, in case you're wondering.
Contreras
Otani
has-
is 18th.
Contreras has 18th.
about that? Guys, can you now talk about who struck out around the league? That's from
Ooh.
Jackson's boy body.
Kyrou.
The Kyrou, that could take a while.
Only guys who struck out looking, though, the backwards Kyrou.
This was Jackson's best segment. That's from Eric in the Central West End. How about that compliment?
Nice. Bring back a segment from 20 years ago.
That's right. This Wednesday, tomorrow night, for the U.S. versus Bosnia, join the fast lane with Michelob Ultra at Ballpark Village for the U.S. men's soccer team match in the round of 32. Anthony Carey, Jamie, Marshy Marsh, and the Playful Posse, and Michelob Ultra will be on site with 101 ESPN and Ultra giveaway starting at 2 p.m., leading up to kickoff of the U.S. versus Bosnia and Herzegovina. Michelob Ultra is a superior light beer and the official beer sponsor of the FIFA World Cup 26. So be sure to enjoy an Ultra as you cheer on your favorite team. That's this Wednesday, starting at 2 p.m. with the Fast Lane and Michelob Ultra at Ballpark Village, leading up to the knockout round match at 7 p.m. Get all the details at 101ESPN.com. I ask this question, and I ask it with the greatest of sincerity. Jackson, for you, a regular season NHL game, an regular season, or excuse me, preseason NHL game being a 1 to a Game 7 in the NBA Finals being a 10, or Missouri in the NCAA tournament being a 10. All right, now I got you. Where are you on tomorrow night's U.S. Bosnia?
Hard 7. Hard 7. Like, my heart won't be truly broken if they are to lose.
Wow.
But I will be heavily emotionally invested. Well, like an 8 or 9 is where it's like I'm pretty heartbroken if they were to lose.
When was the last time a sporting event broke your heart?
The Missouri-Miami game didn't break my heart because it felt like that team was not destined for a deep run.
Princeton game?
Anytime I would see the video of Marquise Johnson wide open on the sideline against Alabama and the
nice play.
Bo Prabula threw it over
How about the
middle.
Blues losing to the Jets?
That's going to be a no from me, dog.
Oh, God.
Doug got dogged.
I can't believe I tried to help get you to afters.
Yeah. Sorry. Well,
That isn't going to play well.
Well, I thought we were honesty in media.
We are honesty in media.
Okay. Well, then
So the
I
Marquise
think that's my honest answer. I think
is
is
Winnipeg.
Bama?
the Blues and the Blues and Jets. And don't get me wrong, I was there. It was my younger son's first game. Awesome. Honestly, I guess being at the stadium, I didn't know about it. I think until the Colonel tweeted out the video of how wide open it was.
Yeah.
But still, the Blues and Jets, and I think I'd probably have to go back a while before that. The Blues Jets was I'm not going to sleep well thing. So if that is like a 10, so all right, Papers at a 7. Martin, where are you?
You were a hard 7?
A hard 7 too.
Hard
It's a 7.
Yeah.
I'm going to go 7.5.
Okay.
Wow, kind of cucked you right there.
Yeah, it kind of did.
Doug, where are you?
I'll go. If he's a hard 7, I'll go flaccid 7.
Clip that off.
Oh.
Chairman Kurt just put his head in his hands. Look at him over there. I think I'm at it. I guess if I say 9, then there's only one place to go. I guess
Right.
8.
Yeah.
I'm fired up.
Me too, man.
I'm fired up.
Me too. It's going to be awesome. 7 o'clock start. Perfect.
Where are you going to watch it?
A friend of mine's
Friends having
throwing
people over.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
it's always so
right.
cryptic.
That's
A little
right.
watch party.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't necessarily need to say the name of the friend.
No, you
just a
don't
friend.
have to. You got a
bunch of
name,
people
But
are
your
going.
friends do have kind of fun nicknames, so
They
we
sure
kind of
do.
live
I got to meet
vicariously.
Sweet Kai yesterday. He's a
did,
delight.
right?
You
Yeah.
never met him before?
No.
He is a delight. Great guy.
And he has a restraining order against the recovering alcoholic of Belleville and Webster.
No, he's just certainly avoidant of his
Steers
love.
clear.
Yeah. Which I would counsel him would be wise. Although I love the recovering alcoholic. But
So a friend's having a watch party. So if your team's in the Super Bowl, it's hard to go to a Super Bowl party because you really want to focus on the game. But
Never
with
had that
this, you
problem.
can kind of have a loose. I'm sorry, your team's gone.
yeah. But yes,
It's a good.
like if Mizzou was in the national championship for football, there's no
You're
chance in
sitting
the
home
world
alone.
I'm going to anyone's house watching.
But this
them
one,
on
you
the
don't
couch.
need to see every Clinton Richards pass. Chris.
No,
Richards
I
pass,
think actually being with a group of people
Kind of a fun-
improves the game experience in that sense.
This is the perfect event for
Right.
a group get together.
Couldn't agree more.
Tim, which one broke your heart worse, the Blues and the Jets or the Yzerman goal? That's a great question. Papers, for your sake, fortunately, that happened before your birth. 1996. Doug, were either one of you guys at that?
I was in Madison.
No, I wasn't there.
I was watching.
God, God, I remember I watched one of those dorms in Columbia that probably aren't there anymore.
Laws?
I think it was Lathrop. Yeah,
next to
where
each
my
other.
girlfriend lived. And I remember like the screams when that puck beat Casey. Whew, whew, yow. God, I don't know.
You heard it ting, ting.
Yeah. I mean, that was the second round, so it's a different deal. I don't know. I don't know. I guess maybe that one, if I were to compare it, Blues hadn't won a cup yet, so I guess that helps soften it, but still, I don't know. And it was the first round. But the difference there is they were up by 2 with a couple minutes left. I mean, that's kind of much less the 1.6 thing.
I think the Dinkinger game would be the all-timer for me.
Well, after the morning after the Blues Jets, I said, for real, for me, the last time it impacted me like this, and maybe some would say Super Bowl 36, who are old enough to remember it, would be the Dinkinger game. But because we were at Super Bowl 36 and covering it, for whatever reason, it kind of helped detach the emotion.
You didn't have much time to be sad.
Yeah, exactly.
So, we got to get this interview and that one. And
Yeah. And, like, I remember seeing Falk, who I know you have a rapport with, in the locker room there at the Superdome, and he was like, I don't know, for lack of a better term, pissed, but not like about the loss, about some crap that went on. And then after the fact, you kind of get some clarity as to what it was. But, you know, obviously guys are emotional. 13.5-point favorites.
Yeah, when you're covering games, it is different because you just start thinking about, okay,
100%.
where do I need to get?
Exactly.
Who are we doing interviews with? So Super Bowl felt that way. And then, like, Cardinals exits. Like the Giants lost the game 5 out in San Francisco in 2002. It was painful. Poor Steve Klein, back-to-back years, walk-off enders. Walk-off losses to end the season.
Tony Womack in 01, Kenny Lofton
Lofton.
in 02. Yeah, brutal. He wasn't a fan of J.D. Drew's effort on that throw home. You can email in the morning after at InsideSTL.com for the Design Air Heating and Cooling email today. That's coming up in about an hour here on the program. Martin, could you tell us about Design Air Heating and Cooling and the great Seth Goldcamp?
Love Design Air, not only the work they do, but the people they employ. And so when you're working with Design Air, there really is a difference. Seth Goldcamp's put together a great team. Doesn't matter which person is coming out to your home to do the repair or to do an HVAC replacement, you're getting the best in the industry. Seth takes great pride in that camaraderie that they have, but also making sure they don't try and sell you something that you don't need. That happens too often in that industry. That's why they really work hard. So let's just get the repair done, get folks back up and running. It's stressful enough when the furnace breaks, the air conditioning breaks. They get in and get it done right. And if there's any issues after the fact, they're going to stand behind their work. They've been around for more than a century. 4th generation, family owned and operated. We have not had a single issue. We got the furnace replacement back in November. Absolutely great. Everything about Design Air. We encourage you to sign up for a maintenance program to make sure that your unit is running year-round. DesignAirService.com is where you can sign up.
There it is. Design Air sponsor the email today. Send yours in the morning after at InsideSTL.com. Comes your way in approximately an hour here on the program. The program is called The Morning After, and it's presented by Brown and Crouppen on 101 ESPN.
Doug, we've graduated from vacation spots to TV theme songs.
This is another good one.
It's kind of scary how you actually know all the words to some of these songs.
Yeah.
Like the Jeffersons. You could probably recite it without a script. Tim enjoyed the sweet sounds of Different Strokes.
Alan Thicke.
I think virtually everyone in my age group could sing the entire Gilligan's Island song.
Brady Bunch, too. It's a story.
Brady.
Together we'll be fine. There's Conrad Bain giving high fives to Todd Bridges and Gary Coleman. Come on into the limousine.
Gary, come back.
The program's called The Morning After, presented to you by Brown and Crouppen, 101 ESPN and the TMA STL YouTube channel. Cardinals back in action tonight. Lance Lynn was on with, this is the Cats podcast? Foul territory?
Yeah,
Cardinal
territory.
Cardinal territory, part of the Foul and Fair Territory Network?
Yes.
Okay.
And Ken Rosenthal is fair, and then the backward guys are foul.
And
nailed it.
Jackson's bothered by the hats backward because they're fitted.
Catchers can do it. That's a catcher's move.
Got it.
And both
See,
those
Chairman-
guys are catchers.
Chairman Kerr is doing it right now.
Former catcher and Spanish
So it's
teacher.
okay.
Yeah, Spanish teachers and catchers.
No, the fitted hat looks
Kurt
much better
fits the-
turned around than the adjustable one.
Oh,
Because then you got a
my,
hole in
no.
your forehead.
That's the point.
The point is to have a hole in your forehead?
Yes. Rank,
I don't
rank
even know
places where you want the hole to be.
Clip that off. Use it for a promo.
Here's Lance.
It even seems like the plastic thing would rub up against the top of your forehead and create chafing.
Here's Lance Lynn.
Okay, sorry.
We'll address that later.
All right.
If you're telling someone, hey, Jordan Walker hit 292 in the month of June to start the year, everyone will be like, yes, God, he's figured it out. So we got to kind of pump the brakes here. It's like, hey, is he going to hit 10 home runs every month? Probably not. But he's had such a good start to the year. His numbers are right where they need to go. Next thing you know, you look at July, he might hit 280 in July. But if he hits 10 home runs in July, is everyone happier? You know, it's just kind of one of those things where you just got to figure it out, and he will as the course of the year goes on. And you need breathers, so it's a good idea to give him 2 for 1 on the off day and all that yesterday to today. So, but when you're looking up to start the year, if someone said Jordan Walker hit 292 in the month of June, everyone would be like, good, he's figured it out. So we need to kind of chill a little bit too at that point. So it's like, hey, is he going to hit 350 and hit 12 home runs every month? No, because nobody does that. So we need to chill here and say, all right, hey, he's hitting 292 this month. We're okay. We're in a good spot.
He's hit almost the same every month. He's hit 294, 283, 296, 292.
Yeah. With power,
March,
that'll do
April,
all
May,
day.
June.
Take
Yeah.
that all day.
Yeah, I'd say that's very encouraging. It does seem like he's slowed down a bit, but what's slowed down is the home runs. Right. The average has been the same, pretty much. Yeah, I think he's their least of their problems, least of their worries.
What's their biggest worry?
Pitching, I'd say maybe Libator and the bullpen would be the biggest worries right now. Last 3 days, it was scoring any runs at all. But big picture, I think it's the bullpen.
Don't give up.
I'm not giving up. No, I wouldn't give up.
They hit better on the road. Maybe this will open it up in Atlanta.
Yeah, it is odd, the number disparity offensively from home and road.
Wonder if they would move the fence just a tick, even. Just I don't know.
You know it's had to have been talked about.
Yeah.
I mean, get the Navy caps
it
first.
works both ways. For your pitchers probably love it. That'd be a good McGreevy topic.
He was texting yesterday. He wanted to see a video of Paper swing. Said he was back in the game. Played some course I hadn't heard of down in Atlanta. And then I sent him the video I took of Papers, Doug, on number 6. And he took the water out of play.
Sure.
As McGreevy noted.
Yeah.
And then Jackson promptly misclubbed me.
I did.
And
It's on him, though.
only double bogey of the day. Thank you, because I didn't want to say that because I feel like it would be kind of like passing the buck.
Yeah.
Where's Stan in all of this?
Stan clubbed him correctly. I talked him out of Stan's advice.
Oh, always a good idea. The guy who works at the course on a daily basis, whose
And who
job
I was gambling against, and I said I brought the scorecard in this
Oh, yeah, we
morning,
gotta figure out the
so I
math.
could figure out who won. I don't know who won. I really don't. I got to figure out. You were getting 4 pops.
4 pops, yeah.
Even though it doesn't carry a gin, kind of guy who's going to wind up in the bottom of the river. Just as a little warning.
Right. Buy stock and then fall in the river.
That's correct.
Jackson shot 90, Tim shot 80, according to my sources.
That's
That is
correct.
accurate, yes.
Robert Thomas shot 80 as well on this hole where Jackson misclubbed me. He hit a 6. It was a 168-yard par 3, number 6. And he hit a 6 to a safe area to the left. And I'm gonna hit an 8. And Papers goes, no, it's a 7. I'm like, oh, okay. I hit a 7. It went over the pin into the back bunker and gave me about a yard to work with from where the pin, the green was.
That rat bastard.
Thank you. And then I asked friend of the program, Robert Thomas, afterwards, because he said he got up and down from there. I go, how in the hell did you get up and down from there? He said, oh, I sank a bomb putt. And I said, I'm just curious. 20 years younger than me, professional athlete. I hit a 7, which I shouldn't have. What'd you hit? Hit the back spot. 9.
Yeah, it's tough.
So he should have hit a wedge. I should have hit an 8.
Yeah. Well, you also had downhill lie in the bunker. If you were on the upslope at all, I think you could have held it.
And that's the fault of the course architect. It's not
I didn't want to
Timmy's
say
fault.
that. Yeah, that's the Jones family there.
Downhill
I
line
wouldn't
bunker.
mind a little call to apologize.
Yeah.
A handwritten letter would be the classy thing to do.
Had I known really that bunker, the
It
way
was a sabotage inside job, and we all know it. Acknowledge
the
it.
way-
Move
the
on.
way it
Let's go to
happened.
afters.
Yeah. Yeah. I was not, honestly, I was playing so poorly up to that point. I was like, well, this NAS is cooked. But
Can you enjoy the beauty of a course when you're struggling with your game? Like, can you say, wow,
it's
this
tough.
is so great to be at Belle Reve, where the greatest in the world will be playing in about a month or so, yet I'm struggling.
had it not been 100 degrees, the answer would be yes. But because you take that it's so hot, playing poorly, it does kind of diminish some of the experience. But it is a gorgeous course, and I started playing better, and things were all right.
And it's the Green Monster off Ladue.
Yeah, Green Monster will do.
What if I had called and read you a homer roll? Would that have picked you up a little bit?
Yeah, that might have changed things for you.
I'm in with both feet to the homer roll. I'm diving in 2 feet.
I got to
It's
tell
gonna
you,
be on the
since we've
dossier
been
now.
here, it's approaching 5 years. Tommy Mattern, who was our boss, head of operations here at Hubbard Radio, and universally liked in this building. Truly, that sounds like a whatever, but it's just the truth. I think that might be when he would pull us into the office for the first time and say, "Okay, that
can't happen."
That can't happen."
Hey, man, what's going on? Did I hear a homer roll? Did you guys do 20 minutes?
You guys just read home runs. Yeah, I think that could be a problem. Let's see. Damn, Papers, you're gonna have to hit the gym 160, and you're hitting a 6-iron. That's from Grady.
That's right. New to the program, dude. That's what I do.
Well, I'm telling you.
I check my pride at the door, hit the club that I need to hit to get there.
Why would it possibly bother someone what club you use from a certain distance?
You're just trying to rib me.
Okay.
You can't be ribbed.
Oh, I can be ribbed.
Can you?
Sure. I've been ribbed before. I'll be ribbed again.
But that's what Cam was raving about to his Blues alumni peers and to friend of the presentation, Robert Thomas. This kid, they can't get to him. That's what he was saying.
Well, they can't truly get to me, but I can get annoyed. I get annoyed often, in fact.
You ever go home when you're alone and weep into a pillow or anything?
No.
What about after that Drake game?
There have been times, sporting-wise, yeah. Sporting events, yes. Really? Not weep into my pillow, but be highly upset to the point where I don't want to talk to anybody.
There was a Moroccan fan last night after they won that match, and he was holding
I
up his...
saw that.
He was sobbing, and I
Sobbing.
thought, God, this means... And they've come a long way. You're from Morocco, and now somehow you're in Mexico watching a World Cup. I don't get how all these people get around everywhere.
Just a lot of people in sports talk radio.
Just spending money like crazy. But the kid you saw, he was probably 20 to 25, and he was sobbing. I'm like, God, I wonder what would mean that much to me. Good for him. It was exciting.
Well, when the Blues won the Cup, it was just me and my wife at the time, and I stood in front of the TV. You guys were there, right? I assume.
Oh, Game 7, yes.
I was not.
I was not.
No.
And just happened to capture a picture of I think it was in surrender Cobra mode, but it was more of just staring disbelief. I cannot believe this is actually happening. Now, I wasn't emotional, but I'm sure plenty of people in the audience were. You know, God bless them. Like I said, the holy grail for me is either Missouri football or basketball winning a national championship or the United States winning the World Cup. And that's what it's been ever since the Blues won the Stanley Cup, because at that point, I've been lucky enough to see my hometown teams win World Series, Super Bowl, and Stanley Cup. So that's it.
And IBL, was it the Swarm? Were they IBL? What was
And yeah, when Doug Smith and Buck Grimm and Bernie Bickerstaff brought it home.
And then the Ambush in 95, you would have been
Yeah, no,
high school, college.
No,
yeah.
I was delivering pizzas out here for Pizza Hut, Creve Coeur.
Christian Pulisic's dad was on the Harrisburg Heat, and we took them down.
Yeah.
There's another one, Doug, in our lifetime.
Yeah. Very, very emotional for me when we took down Christian Pulisic's father.
What about the Athletica? Did they ever win a
Yeah, that was
cup?
producer Joe. He was on the call.
Why doesn't he come in tomorrow, Joe?
Yeah, come on, producer Joe, let's go.
We got the biggest U.S. soccer match we've had in years. We want to just chop it up.
You got a great parking lot out here you could admire.
Sharon in Clayton says she cried too many times to count during 2019. How about that, Doug?
Really?
I bet some people are emotional after Patty Maroon. You know, that goal.
Don't you ever
guess.
weep on the air?
I've
after
never weeped at...
You toss it back to Steve, and you're like, I just can't believe they lost.
I've never weeped in happiness at a sporting event. Never been so happy at a sporting event that I had that emotion. Happiness, sure.
About the Miracle on Ice.
No, I never thought to cry about it.
That was
I didn't
pretty
even
cool.
consider
Hey, that was
crying.
great.
Yeah.
Soccer fans get really into it. The crowds have been. It was a really fun day of television watching, Doug, with all the matches, all the drama. That Ian Dark, when he's on the call, man,
He's
he
about as
is-
good as it gets.
Papers
He
has
is
some
so-
Ian Dark for you. What do you
Yeah.
got here, Papers?
This is
He was on the Germany game.
he was on the Brazil-Japan game.
Brazil-Japan.
And this is his call of Brazil's game-winning goal in stoppage time.
Down that right-hand side. Cut back and not taking advantage of it. Tanaka's given the ball away there. Bruno Guimaraes. Oh, and here's a chance. Martinelli! Brazil have won it! They've stolen it right at the death! Brazil are going through!
He said it too. Brazil are going through.
Yeah. Huh.
What's up with that?
I have to say, that surprises me. I would think it's Brazil is going through.
Yeah.
But then we saw the headline on ESPN this morning, very takey. But
If you said the Brazilians are going through, I'll give you
Germany
that.
are no longer a superpower.
They're even going to change the grammar for this tournament.
That's how much it's shape-shifting the American landscape.
I guess.
Doesn't change the fact that Ian Dark is fantastic.
Oh, boy.
No, yeah, he's great.
Gray Summit, Grey Goose Guzzler's coming for some, and he's going to get it. He's going to get it real nice like Doug. I hate to break it to you, but crying over a sporting event speaks to mental instability. That's the Gray Summit, Grey Goose Guzzler.
We got a little something for that.
What do you want, Bucko? You want some?
I wouldn't hit him.
Some
I
people
wouldn't.
cry at
Henry
something.
Hill
Some
might.
people cry at other
Think
things.
about that.
Yeah, I mean, crying as emotions isn't something often you're consciously doing. It is you invoke that emotion, it just kind of happens. And if you're doing that in celebration, I think
No, it's fine, yeah.
Papers, are we still in kicking with both legs?
we're
segment?
wherever you want to be.
I would
Wherever
like
you
to
want
hear
to be,
Can I
Martin.
hear the Telemundo call of
Paraguay, yeah.
winning on penalty
Electric.
kicks, taking out the Germans?
Electric. Here's a Telemundo call of Paraguay's PK winner.
Si tapa Neuer, hola abuela, seguimos, viene Canales, ¡gol! Paraguay se clasifica a los octavos de final de la Copa del Mundo 2026. Paraguay hizo el milagro, Paraguay aguantó hasta el final, Paraguay forzó los penales y Paraguay está clasificado a los octavos de final, eliminando al tetracampeón del mundo Alemania. Paraguay hace historia, Paraguay espera por Francia, por Suecia.
Chairman, what do we got? What do we got? A lot of Paraguay, I think, mentioned there. On to
Yeah,
the next.
translate. This is nice.
There was a lot of repetition of Paraguay moving on to the round of
Like Giants
16.
beat the pennant.
making history, There's kind of a lot of repeating of that kind of thing. Just celebration mode.
Giants win the pennant. Giants win the pennant. Mm-hmm. He was doing an homage. I think Telemundo was doing an homage to that call.
Sure.
You don't hear a lot about. You don't hear a lot about Paraguay.
Joe Buck is listening to the program, and he has a take, and he wants to share it. So he wants to call in.
Sherman fell out of his chair. Craig just noise over there. You mentioned that Joe was going to call in.
The back of that chair is a little fickle.
I'm sorry. I love Joe, and that just got me riled up.
He got so excited he fell out of his chair.
He is fired up. So,
oh God,
Joe
he's
Buck.
mad about our Lake Geneva take. Is he?
He's loaded for bear, Doug. I mean, ours is the type of presentation where friends feel they can drop in at any moment, and Joe Buck is FOTS all day long. Friend of the show, Joe Buck, is on the Callier and Thompson phone lines for an appearance here because you are riled up. Morning, Joe.
I mean, I'm not just soup on, but I'm going to give you my best.
Yes.
You touched on something that has kind of surprised me over the years, but this has been going on a long time now. We in the United States now have taken on in soccer calls the way Europeans look at a country. And like Doug said, we would say, the French have won the cup, but they look at the country and they use the verb. They said, France have won the cup. It trips me up because I could never do it. I couldn't. It's just not the way I talk, you talk, we all talk. And yet that's kind of the way it is now. So you would say England have won the World Cup.
So this morning we were reading the headline, and it was Germany are no longer a superpower, and Doug made the observation, and I thought that would be singular. So it would be a singular verb. But so you're saying that this is a Euro thing
going on. This is It's a difference between the way Americans talk and the way Europeans talk. And yet here because it's soccer, we've kind of taken that on.
But yet when the Cardinals won the 06 World Series, Joe said, Cardinals is champions.
It's not right. I got to listen to that call again.
It's wrong.
You don't remember that?
St. Louis have won the World Series.
We can't
St.
buckle
Louis
under
have
this.
Won. Huh?
We can't buckle under to this.
Yeah,
it's wrong.
I completely agree.
I'm seeing
we will see yous tomorrow night.
That British English use this pretty much only for sports team. They treat collective nouns and singular team names as either singular or plural. If the focus is on the group acting as a single unit, a singular verb is used. If the focus is on individual members of the group, then a plural verb is used.
Is that right?
Yeah, that's what I'm reading here.
So we're kowtowing to the Euros right now?
We shouldn't.
Yeah.
That's what's going on?
Yeah, we're essentially pulling the T out of the Boston Harbor.
On the 250th anniversary of this nation, we're kowtowing to the Europeans?
Yeah.
Doug.
It's just awful. It's just awful.
Who won the last World Cup? Was it France?
Argentina,
Messi.
Beat France.
Well, then the call will be Argentina have won the World Cup.
What's that?
I just don't care for it. I just don't.
It sounds to me like Joe's sideways with ESPN.com, which is awkward because they're the ones who said Germany are.
That's just bad.
No,
I'm getting angrier.
This is sweeping. I mean, that's the way it's been, and it just it shocks me. But this is not new. This has been going on. Now maybe it's new in the print on the print side, but yeah, the calls have all been European-esque.
Why don't you do it on the Super Bowl next year? Yeah. And so the Chicago Bears is champions.
No.
You could make history.
Chicago have won the Super Bowl.
If you call a London game, I don't know if there are many Monday night games in London, but...
Yeah, I did baseball. I did Yankees Red Sox in London. I should have done that there.
Yeah.
But I blew my chance.
Never again.
Anyway, you touched on something that has been surprising to me for the last X number of years, and it just I don't know. I would, and nobody's ever asked, and nobody will ever ask, and I will never do it. But had anybody asked, I would not have been able to mentally do the gymnastics to be accepted in the soccer or football world that way.
That's good news.
Are you enjoying the cut? Are your kids into this?
Yeah, yeah, we're watching when the United States plays. Yes, we're in.
Okay.
But yeah, we're not. I mean, they're 8. They're not into all this. Yeah, we're USA all the way.
Okay. Just wanted to make sure. God, it sounds like he's sideways with Fox. He refuses to watch the old channel, Tim. That's what I heard.
No, that's not at all what I said.
Yeah, yellow journalism is Martin's
Yellow
fallback.
journalism is Martin's fallback.
Yeah,
is what paper says.
when he's backed into a corner, all he sees is yellow.
Who did I throw you under the bus? Oh, was it McGreevy maybe? I threw you under the bus?
Oh, that as hard as I've ever been thrown under the bus. It's like a tire tracks on my ass.
Well, it happens.
Anyway, all right. Sorry, I had to throw in with Doug.
Yeah, Doug. There you go. You got some support
It's good
here.
to hear. We do not have to count out of this grammar. It's nonsense.
It is. It's a great. That's exactly what it's grammar, and it would be. We are all conditioned. I mean, you would have to rewire. I would have to rewire the way I think.
I wonder if it's a FIFA mandate. I mean, they do control everything. You can't say they're at Arrowhead. It's got to be Kansas City State. There's a lot of rules and regulations. I wonder, Doug, if there is.
Get off your high horse, FIFA.
Okay.
Well, I mean, I've talked to you guys before, I think, about when I was doing the USGA events, and you have to kind of use the proper verbiage there. So, I mean, I've played golf my whole life, and you call the driving range. But if they have a shot of it on TV, you have to say that's the practice tee.
Nice, Doug.
You can't say that's the tee box, that's the teeing ground. You can't say that's the pin. You have to say that's the flag or the whole location of the flag stick. Obviously can't say trap, it's bunker. You know, that's and if you mess up, it makes you frozen. It certainly did the first couple of years because I was afraid to say the wrong term for something that I've, called whatever description, like the tee box. Next on the tee box, Tim McKernan with a 2-shot lead here in the final round of the United States Open Championship.
Minimum 2-shot lead. Clip that off.
Who would come after you?
The championship. It goes on and on and on.
Who would come after you if you messed up?
We had a rep from the USGA that was hanging in our truck.
One of Tom O'Toole's minions.
Well, then O'Toole was on his way out when we were on our way in. But yeah, and it was like, you were kind of paralyzed by fear of saying the wrong term just because that's what, that's how we all talk.
I get that.
Especially
when you're comfortable ad-libbing and all of a sudden you're like, oh, I can't say this term. It kind of gets in your head.
It makes you slow down. It makes you, reevaluate what's coming out of your mouth. Like in the simplest of terms, you don't want to misspeak. So this, I think, is in that same category. I've never asked anybody, but I do wonder if they kind of want it in the kind of old world European style.
I think there's got to be something to that. Now that Jackson, you've pulled up the breakdown for the way that they handle it. Now that explains it, because otherwise, Germany are no longer a superpower. We thought that was a grammatical mistake on the front page, and then it turns out maybe that's by design.
Because they're talking about them as a singular unit.
Yes.
That's where.
Yeah, it's like the collective versus the individual. So it's always tripped me up that's kind of the way they're supposed to talk. And I guess now right.
See, now I want Rich Gould calling FIFA World Cup. Just how, great googly moogly, Doug. Just you don't worry about any of the rules. Well, I'll call it however I want to call it.
I think you should.
Yeah.
Between that and the Homer roll, we might have something here.
I wonder if Joe ever heard the Homer roll back in the 5 night where they would read every home run that happened the night before. We decided we're going to go back to that to kill time.
You should do that.
Thank you.
As an homage. I think that's
the golden days.
In a pinch at the what do you guys call it? The 2-Fox?
Yeah, the 2-Fox. It's the skipper.
Kill some time.
Oh, yeah, the sportscast. That would be great.
Well, the other idea we had, and Joe, a lot of our ideas are bad, but one of them was while my sportscast is going on, we have live commentary, like the text inbox underneath the sportscast.
Yeah.
And people might tune in just to see, like, hey, everybody, Cardinals play tonight. And it's like, shut up, fat ass. And like underneath immediately, Like
That would be entertaining.
I think
Yes.
people
You know
would
what?
watch
I actually would watch
just for the text inbox.
Now that you bring that up, that's a
You'd
good
have a
idea.
lot of crossover. The Warson Woods wacko would be just front and center.
Yeah.
Tupac.
Yeah.
Where'd you get that tie? Goldies? Like there'd be all kinds of
Yeah. The trolls would come out.
snipes.
That's not a bad idea, actually.
Yeah. Anyway, you guys carry on. Thanks.
Well, we got nothing.
Thank you,
entertaining
Joe.
me yet
There he
again.
is, Joe Buck, and making the observation that this has been going on for a while. I was totally oblivious to it. But that's
Yeah.
kind of my brand, ignorance.
I can't believe there's word police walking around the booth of a network broadcast. Some guy with his nose up in the air saying, "How dare you call them fans?"
Augusta's crazy. with
Famously, Gary McCord, who I loved listening to on golf coverage, was not allowed back on the call at Augusta because he called, or I believe the line was, "These greens are as slick as bikini wax," or something like that.
that. Yeah.
And you got to call the fans, patrons,
Second nine. first
second nine. I mean,
Yeah.
I never. I mean,
That's the only course I've ever heard that be.
Yeah.
be
If you're Nance, you get used to that. But the first time, like Joe doing a USG, and it's like,
Yeah.
don't say practice tee or whatever.
especially because you're
It does
broadcasting
trip
for
you up.
so long.
But who is this really making that rule? Is this Chairman Ridley? Is this his fault?
You come after Chairman Ridley.
Who's doing it?
Best pack of
We're
lunch.
never going to get in.
Yeah.
Who are the stuffed shirts that get together in a group and say, "We're going to talk our way or no way at all"?
But if you're Ian
Drives me
Dark and
crazy.
some of these other, and maybe this is how they speak all the time?
Well, I think that's how they speak in terms of sports teams in England. I think that's like how they're taught to speak.
So it's their thing.
Right.
England,
Right.
I guess all of Europe, South America.
We'll
would
let them
apply.
I don't
have
know.
it. We
But
don't
the-
have
but
to.
the
We don't have
English-
to go along with it. Let them have it.
But in like terms of South America, English is not the predominantly spoken language.
Well, I understand, but I'm just trying to apply it to how.
You just talk down to Martin.
No, I'm saying he was like,
Talk down
it
to
says
it.
in South America, but it wouldn't be in South America.
Well, we played the Telemundo clip, and
Sure.
Chairman interpret was Paraguay have won. Paraguay have won.
But you're just translating that. But you're basically you just heard it for the first time. You know.
Yeah, and I got the headphones on late, if I'm being honest.
Right.
It's fine. I'm new here. It's
Your
fine.
chair did almost just explode over there.
All Tim said was Joe Buck is calling it, and Kurt fell to the ground.
The backs of all of our chairs are honestly, if you lean back too hard, you're gonna go upwards.
Truth be told, it had nothing to do with the back, but I may owe the fast lane a new strobe light.
Oh, you
wow.
broke the fast lane strobe light?
That's what went.
That's
flying.
going to be a problem, you know.
Cutting Samson's hair
What
over
did you
there.
sat on it?
Nope.
Look
we're
at
good.
that. It's still working.
strobe
Oh
light.
yeah.
I'm rolling balls. Rolling balls.
We'd like a more comfortable chair. I don't want to complain.
What do you want, a throne? Lazy boy.
It's the barbershop height thing. Your feet dangle and you go low, and
Iggy would tell
you
some
go
story.
high, I go low.
Iggy would tell some story about someone. Maybe it was Tim Van Gelder about doing his radio show like in like a recliner, like a heavy recliner.
Oh, God, that sounds good.
Where he was like all the way leaned back doing the show, like
Ahead of his
microphone
time.
brought down low. I like that idea.
Speaking of Ken, I just went into the Form Energy YouTube chat, and he's in an argument over whether or not he hates people with somebody.
That's a fun conversation.
He's arguing. Iggy Strode is arguing with Iggy's prison window hand over whether or not he hates people.
Prison window.
Doug, it's getting too meta on this program. Somehow, an incredibly stupid show is too meta. Email in the morning after at InsideSTL.com for the Design Air Heating and Cooling email today. That comes up on the Polos Plus dossier at 9:45 here on this program. And we would like to recommend to you Michael's Baths. Martin had his bathroom redone at his home with Michael's Baths, and you can do the same thing and experience an incredibly quality operation. Michael's Baths, the before and after pictures at Martin's house say all that you need to actually see, because they create elevated bathroom spaces that really do blend luxury, comfort, and, of course, the quality that they are able to produce and have been for 3 decades at Michael's Baths. 30 years of experience, all 5-star views, an A-plus rating with the Better Business Bureau, and VA recommended. It's Michael's Baths. They deliver craftsmanship you can trust without gimmicks or high-pressure sales. Go to michaelsbaths.com or call 636-775-0800. Ask about financing options, including 0% interest upon approval. Michael's Baths, family-owned, insured, and where everyday bathrooms become something exceptional. The program's called The Morning After. It's presented to you by Brown and Crouppen on 101 ESPN. Delmar Mortgage online at delmarmortgage.com. The personal number of Ryan Luchtefeld, the call or text is 618-593-3608. You're going to get that personal local touch, but with all the necessary technology to make the process smooth and easy. And I have been working with Ryan here the last couple of months, so I can speak to that firsthand. Pre-approvals and fast-track options that will make your offer stick out to local sellers and listing agents with closings in as little as 2 weeks. Delmar Mortgage has been in business for 6 decades. It's a family-owned business, and Ryan has been in the industry now for 2+ decades, 13 of those with Delmar Mortgage. His number to call or text, it's his personal number, 618-593-3608. That's 618-593-3608. Delmar Mortgage and Ryan Luchtefeld.
This is Jackson with a SportsCenter update brought to you by Saliga Heating and Cooling. Cardinals, Braves tonight, 6:15 p.m. First pitch. Matthew Liberatore on the mound for the Cardinals. That was another SportsCenter update brought to you by Saliga Heating and Cooling, a Daikin heating and air conditioning dealer.
Are you in a good head place now?
Oh, gosh, this is so nice.
It's kind of like a adult glee club.
Doug, if you want to check out the Form Energy YouTube chat, Iggy's prison window hand is listing the people that Iggy hates to Iggy.
Okay.
So if you want to get involved in that, that's going on in there. Subscribe to the TMA STL YouTube channel and participate in the fun and games in there. And, of course, you can always participate by texting in 314-399-9646, by calling in 314-974-0101, Collier and Thompson phone lines. And we've got the Design Air Heating and Cooling email of the day coming up here on the presentation in about 15 minutes, the morning after, at InsideSTL.com. Cardinals were off last night, but former Cardinal Wilson Contreras was not, at least for the first part of the game. And then he was ejected, and they were stunned on the Red Sox broadcast. Take a listen if you would.
Tried to hold up. He did swing the bat. So that's going to be strike three.
I always say when a hitter points down to first base, it's usually they're wrong.
No, I swear it didn't go. Go ahead, ask it.
That was close, though.
Did he just toss somebody?
Did he toss Wilson?
I mean, how soft can you be? So no one can say anything to you? So basically saying I disagree, I'm challenging that, and that you get tossed for that? Are you kidding me?
Wow.
How soft are we getting? That is an absolute joke. That's embarrassing to the game. The game needs the best players on the field. This is an entertainment business. It's for the fans. What are you doing?
Oh, gosh.
So as he is about to enter the Red Sox dugout, he taps his head to say, like, boy, I should have challenged that. And then the first base umpire hucked him.
Yeah. Well, then I agree with the announcers on that.
I agree, too.
It was odd.
Yeah.
I saw it. It was very strange.
And as dramatic and as emotional as Contreras can be, it was pretty understated by his standards,
especially
for sure.
given the home run he had hit, where he was
threw the bat
tears in his eyes, tears in his eyes as he's rounding the bases.
Fans don't pay to see the umpires. They pay to see the best players out there.
Yeah.
Remember the day Mark McGwire was in the home run chase?
Yeah.
First inning, he got in an argument with it, and they threw him out.
And then Jack Buck, after throwing things on the field the day before.
Jack Buck threw things on the field?
The fans did. He asked the fans to cheer the umpires when they came out because he felt like St. Louis embarrassed itself in that game. Do you guys recall that?
I do. And
It's
they
like in August
They did
98?
cheer the umpires when they came back out. But the umpires are human, too. They make mistakes. And they make a mistake when they throw out anybody, much less the stars of the game that people have paid to come see, when they haven't done anything egregious. I mean, if you're throwing bats and helmets and everything, that's one thing. If you just have one comment or one rather innocent gesture, that to me doesn't warrant an ejection.
Doug, this is a real sentence. Kirk Herbstreit is in the crosshairs of social media. Martin, are you aware of this story?
Is this about the Reds?
This is about today's baseball.
Oh, the game of baseball. He's mad at the Reds for giving up already. But
yeah, he says that their season's over already.
He's declared their season over.
Mm-hmm. So Jorge Posada did an interview with... do you listen to the Abriendo El podcast?
Not as much as I'd like to.
He said, I cannot watch today's baseball. Posada said today's game has become too robotic, too obsessed with formulas, and too accepting of strikeouts. Quote, the baseball being played today is garbage. He also pushed back hard on the analytics crowd, trying to judge Derek Jeter's defense strictly through modern numbers. He said you can't judge Jeter through a computer. So Kirk Herbstreit, quote, tweeted that and said, thank you. Where did the athletic ability go? Clutch hitting in the 8th and 9th innings, starting pitching that goes 8 or 9 innings, base stealing, hell, just good base running and speed, sack bunts, moving runners over late in the game. Where's Tony Gwynn, Rod Kyrou, Wade Boggs, Ichiro? Those guys wouldn't exist in today's ridiculous home run or K launch angle game. The game's been dying with the youth of America for years and now is losing the core fan base as well with this ridiculous product we've had to digest for the last 7 to 10 years. Bring back small ball and athleticism. This S is dreadful. And when my kids read that, I had to explain what the S word meant to them. But then
shucks.
Then Then Kirk Herbstreit was attacked on social media for his take. Doug, the old man yells at cloud meme from Simpsons fame.
Okay.
Was very
Sit
active.
down, Jim.
Lance Lynn, Matt Holliday.
Well,
Doug, just go sit in a corner and pretend like these aren't big issues.
oh.
Who's that?
Sound like Ray King.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it was
Could have been. Could have been.
I think anytime a former player criticizes the current game in any sport, it can get immediately dismissed as, oh, you're just the old timer. You hate the new wave of the game. But I think there's some fans who are frustrated with it too.
I don't think he's alone in that assessment.
Correct.
That's correct. That was, just, I think, one of Tony La Russa's main reasons for doing the Diamondbacks thing. He wanted to prove that the analytics were not what determines outcome. And then, unfortunately, for the skipper, it didn't go particularly well at Phoenix.
Yeah. There are way too many strikeouts, but I don't think that's necessarily because people are swinging for home runs. Guys are just throwing so darn hard now. You got a guy in Milwaukee throwing 105 miles an hour. Of course there's going to be strikeouts. All these relievers come in throwing, upwards of upper 90s and things. Yeah, there's going to be strikeouts. But, you put that with the importance put on the uppercut type swing, trying to hit the ball out of the park all the time, and it compounds to a lot of strikeouts, maybe more than there need to be. But as long as these pitchers continue to throw as hard as they're throwing, there's going to be a lot of strikeouts. I don't know what the answer to that is, short of lowering the mound again, or heaven forbid they back the mound up a foot or two.
Right.
If that would make a difference.
Doesn't every former player complain about the current state of their sport? That's from the Hunchback of Vaughn County.
Happens often.
That's the problem, is it gets labeled that way. So
Right.
if somebody does have perhaps a salient point, it gets thrown out.
Well, and that, no doubt, but also games have natural evolutions to them. I wouldn't say that. I'd say that the influx of technology and access to these data points have greatly impacted the sport, but that is a natural evolution of the sport. And I wouldn't say baseball's alone in that analytical. You see it in football with teams going for fourth down. You see it in basketball all the time with the amount of three-pointers they shoot. This is kind of how sports work.
Specific to his talk about stealing bases and the base running of the game, which is what I grew up with, and those in the age range of their 40s in St. Louis grew up with Whitey ball. And I don't know if I would have fallen in love with the game as much as I did if that was not what the product was locally at the time, because it was so exciting. God, I couldn't get enough of it. But I don't know if that went away in part because the ballparks changed, and I don't know if Whitey Herzog would have played that style of baseball or managed that style of baseball if he would have been managing, like that goofball thing they got down in Houston,
Right.
So it was a byproduct of the cavernous ballparks with the AstroTurf that were in St. Louis, Philadelphia, Pittsburgh, Cincinnati. And so that was the way to capitalize on Houston, Montreal. They had those monster AstroTurf ballparks. You hit it to the gap, and you got guys who can fly. They're gone, man. You don't need, Juan Soto misjudging a play in left field for an inside-the-park home run. You can hit it at the gap, and it could be an inside-the-park home run with that style of the turf and the ballpark.
There's a great clip, Super 70 Sports, who always puts out video all day. It was a clip of Vince Coleman, and it's a ground ball to second. It's against the Reds, and Pete Rose is playing first. It's just a chopper to second. And they whip, and Coleman's safe, and Pete Rose just kind of throws it around the horn, turns around, it's like a shock that the umpire, how in the hell was that an infield hit?
Yeah.
He turns around, and it was Vince Coleman just flew down the line, routine ground ball to second. He's safe.
As fast as Coleman was, I don't know that he was any faster than Bake McBride. Remember Bake McBride?
Not really.
He was every bit as fast. He could really move.
That was a fun brand.
I'm watching the play right now.
Oh, is that right with Pete Rose and Vince Coleman?
Unfathomable that he's safe.
It is. And
Who's Rose with at the time?
Cincinnati.
Oh, Reds?
Cincinnati.
Yeah, that would have been 85.
I mean,
Because
he's
it wasn't a slow hit ground ball. It was like a two hopper. And
It was just
flying.
It was the greatest, and I always wonder. And sometimes when we talk with those guys, who played at that time, and they're adamant that it still could work.
And the end of the video is, of course, Vince Coleman then stealing second base.
It was automatic.
Feet first slide, too, which is just aesthetically so
if you
pleasing.
walked Vince Coleman, you gave up a triple.
Yeah. It was the best, but the thing is, he wasn't the only guy. He was certainly the guy, but the Wizard was stealing. Tommy Herr was stealing. Willie McGee was stealing.
And correct me if I'm wrong, Vince Coleman not only unbelievably quick and fast, but long strides, too. He was taking big steps. Yeah,
athlete.
Mega athlete, yeah. I mean,
Isn't he the one who brokered the truce between Charles Barkley and Michael Jordan?
Yeah, at Grove.
Yeah.
I tried to get him on the show and said, it's not just about that. But I went through an intermediary, and they said he wants to kind of lay low right now. And I said, well, we don't have, that's only part of it.
Don't even have to talk about it.
Yeah, we don't have to talk about it. We can talk about the cards.
Those Cardinal uniforms.
And then at the end, by the way, we didn't want to bring it up, but the texters just are insisting we ask you about brokering the piece with Michael and Charles. I apologize. We said we would, if you could, just real quick on that.
How sweet are those Cardinal uniforms with the elastic band as opposed to the belt? Oh, those are sweet.
So we were out after an athletic association for the rebuilding cutest team, Doug.
Looks so. One team, bring it back. One team should just bring it back. No belt, elastic pants.
I believe the mix was not necessarily conducive to warm weather of the material, Doug.
It looks like
I don't know if you ever sported those.
Oh, yeah. Double knit polyester.
I'm sure
they
they
were
were
hot.
Terrible to play in, but aesthetically so pleasing.
Jackson's calling for the rebirth of the band around the waist in polyester.
I thought it would have been perfect when they brought back the powder blue uniforms.
I wonder about that, but they went button down.
They went button down with bell, which it looks good. Don't get me wrong, but I think if you were to do the true '80s throwback, you go elastic with the V-neck. I think it looks sweet.
Hey guys, it's Vince Coleperson. Please issue an apology. Thank you. That's from Big Tuft.
Forgot about that.
Wouldn't be bad if Jackson sent something out, maybe. On Twitter notes.
As much as we look back on that era of baseball as being exciting, the fans really seem to love the steroid era when everybody's hitting home runs. McGuire and Sosa and that group and Bonds, they were packing stadiums with the chasing home run records and breaking home run records. And that's it can't be denied that the fans seem to like the power game.
I think it was the phenomenon of chasing what was that elusive number and the fact that it all started before the season even began, and then they were able to do it. I think it was just a perfect storm because the guy who was expected to do it was the guy who wound up not even really being in it, and Griffey. That number now kind of means nothing. I don't even know what you would even consider the real number is the home run record. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like they tried to get it going with Judge in the American League record a couple of years ago, and it's just like, okay, it's like, enjoy it, New York. Nobody else cares.
Right. It rings hollow, and it's like he's trying to chase down Roger Maris. And as great as a player Roger Maris is, he's not in the Hall of Fame.
Now you'd like to see somebody do it legitimately so we have a number.
Right. I guess, yeah. Yeah, you don't really have
and
that.
That's why Jordan Walker's quest for 80 has this town buzzed.
Yeah. If he could get to 80, that would be a legit record.
Right. Set the pace.
What our guy Cal Raleigh last year? He got to 60, or did he get more than 60? He finished right at
60 or 61.
Now he's got 8.
74 would be a legitimate record.
Yeah.
If somebody gets tested and hits 74, we'll take that.
Jackson's uniform takes are incredibly consistent and incredibly wrong. That's from a Newt Bowl eligible.
That's fair.
Wow, family friend.
It's always friend of the family.
It is always your own guys.
Email, we got that Design Air Heating and Cooling email today coming up here in a matter of moments. Doug, did you tell anybody about Design Air Heating and Cooling? I think you could. I think you can.
A lot of people are going to need to know as hot as it's going to be here throughout this week. If your air conditioner has any kind of problems, you know who to call. You call Design Air. Seth Goldcamp and his crew been around since 1904. Well, Seth himself hasn't been around since 1904. The company has, and he's a fourth-generation family member running Design Air Heating and Cooling. They believe in honest work, first and foremost. You're never going to be sold something that you don't need, so whether you're dealing with the cold or the heat, they've got your back with dependable service and no-pressure solutions. They've also got that maintenance plan where they'll come out and work on your HVAC system to minimize the chance that you're ever going to have a big problem at a time like this. Visit designairservice.com. Schedule your service today. Design Air is comfort you can count on since 1904 and home of the handsome repairmen, men like the dashing Steve and the bold and daring Adam. Doesn't matter who you get. These technicians will come out there and know what they're doing and get you taken care of lickety-split. Design Air brings the heat.
There it is. Design Air Heating and Cooling. Email of the day coming up next on the Polos Plus dossier here in our Mark Hanna Evergreen Wealth Strategies 9 o'clock hour. It's TMA 101 ESPN. Welcome back to the Morning After 101 ESPN. Tim McKernan, Doug Vaughn, Martin Kilcoyne, little Jackie Paper is with you. We are in the Stiefel studios here. And you can watch the show on the TMA STL YouTube channel. Doug, look over on your right, representing Brown and Crouppen, the presenting sponsor of this program. Look, it's Brody Hermann.
That's why I'm standing over there. Hello, Brody.
Absolutely. It's an honor and privilege to be back on TMA, of course, the highlight of my week. And, of course, did you all miss me?
Oh, Doug? Very much. Very much so.
Your dad stole your spot.
I asked him to fill in. Listen, I was in Florida last week. So much going on in the world of sports,
What were you doing
folks.
in Florida?
Vacation?
I was fishing. I didn't want to be. I tried to rearrange my travel. It just didn't work out for me, though. I tried to be
Fisherman,
here.
are you?
Yeah, I do like to fish a little bit.
Deep sea fishing?
Deep sea fishing.
What'd you catch?
Didn't catch too much, though. Did enjoy some, what's that fish called? But I was trying to think of, carp. It was called carp, mahi-mahi. It was very enjoyable, though.
Yeah.
Very enjoyable. A lot going on in the world of sports. We got the FIFA World Cup, and I cannot be more excited about this. United States taking on Bosnia tomorrow at 7 o'clock p.m. Central Standard Time. And you got fans in both camps here for Bosnia and the United States, specifically in St. Louis. So it's both tremendous teams, by the way. The United States, Matt Freese has been solid as a block of ice in net, only giving up one goal so far in his 2 starts against Paraguay and Australia. And you have just a loaded team. I mean, the United States is bold. You're fearless, playing with a swagger like no other. It's almost like watching an N1 tape, watching the United States men's soccer team just loaded. Florin, and sorry if I mispronounced the names. It's soccer. I struggle, folks. Trust me. Florin Balogun has been an excellent forward. The forward who plays for Monaco, he's been excellent for this team. Christian Pulisic, who comes from AC Milan, another forward on this team. Weston McKennie, who's a midfielder currently playing for Juventus, and of course, native St. Louis, who's the captain of the team. The center back, Tim Ream. So many guys on this team. Just so loaded. Alex Freeman, defender. His father, Antonio Freeman, former wide receiver of the Green Bay Packers. So this bold, fearless team got a lot of swagger going into tomorrow, and it's going to be like 11 guys on jet skis because you got Bosnia. It's almost like the dime package, a defensive team led by their captain, one of the greatest, probably the greatest player in Bosnian soccer history, Edin Dzeko, an unbelievably talented striker. And of course, you got 2 young players, Esmir Bedektalovic, and of course, Karim Alabegovic, the 2 young players that have captured the hearts and minds of the Bosnian fans. It is something to behold here. And of course, Vasil in net for Bosnia. It's going to be an unbelievable. And of course, Katic, a very underrated player. They have some veterans as well. Senad Kolasinac, who was on their 2014 team, the farthest Bosnia has been. And I think the farthest Bosnia's ever been in a World Cup is 2026. But you got the U.S. looking to win their first game in the knockout stage since 2002. So I'm very excited about this game. However, the United States has struggled against, they've lost to their last 10 European opponents. The United States has lost to the past 10 European opponents. But without a doubt, the United States is favored and should take care of Bosnia. But if it goes to penalty kicks, anything can happen. If Edin Dzeko is just one of those games, if he reminds us of the Edin Dzeko of the past, it could be a tough time for the United States. So United States versus Bosnia, round of 32, 7 o'clock p.m. Central Standard Time. Tomorrow night, they're going to be in San Francisco. It's technically Santa Clara, but it's all good. The United States versus Bosnia. However, I have none of those 2 teams winning the World Cup. Is going to be France. Trust me on this. Splash Brothers, Ousmane Dembele, Kylian Mbappe. It's like watching the Freeze out there for France. What a team. They have their team is even more loaded than Christopher Nolan's An Odyssey. What a team France has, and I believe they're going to win the World Cup, but you can never count out Argentina now. You got Lionel Messi. Okay. You got Lionel Messi. Mount Rushmore. Certainly Mount Rushmore. Many people call him the GOAT. He is the Michelangelo.
Do you call him the GOAT?
Valid question, Martin.
Thank you.
I don't.
Okay, you said many people. That's why
many
I wanted
people
to
do.
know.
No. Listen, the Mount Rushmore soccer is Pele, Diego Maradona, Cristiano Ronaldo, Lionel Messi, then everybody else. Fall second, Johan Cruyff, Franz Beckenbauer. They're on that next tier below. But the Mount Rushmore soccer is Cristiano Ronaldo, Lionel Messi, Pele, Diego Maradona. But Argentina looking to be the first team to win back-to-back World Cups since Brazil did it. It could happen, folks. Argentina is just that good. Messi is that special. Did you see the hat trick he had against Algeria in the very first game, coming out right out of the gate? But there's another team. Spain is a dark. I don't know if I consider them to be a dark horse, but they may be. And they have a very talented young player who's turning just 19 years old this year. He plays for Barcelona, named Lamine Yamal. Have you heard of this kid? I mean, this guy's like Mozart. I mean, it's like Salvador Dali out there. I mean, my gosh, this kid is special. It's box office. But obviously, France has a loaded squad, and I believe France will take care of business and will win the 2026 World Cup. But it's been very excited. England as well. I mean, there are a lot of teams that can win the World Cup here.
Does
a lot
the
of
U.S.
upsets.
have any chance to win it?
No.
No.
Well, I do think they'll beat
Can I
Bosnia.
sell you on this?
Sure.
We're going to extrapolate. The U.S., their first match was against Paraguay.
Yeah.
Dominated them. And then that same team, Paraguay, took out Germany yesterday. Doesn't that tell you that the U.S. is... Can I extrapolate that means the
The
U.S.
old transitional property.
You know what? He can make it to the Elite Eight of the World Cup.
Okay.
I mean, you can. I mean, I can believe they can beat Bosnia because Bosnia has had 1 win, 1 loss, and a draw. I mean, they drew against Canada, they lost to Switzerland, and they beat Qatar. But if you look at the United States, they won their first 2 games, and they rested some of their starters. A lot of them had yellow cards. Against Turkey. So you can't really count the Turkey game, but they beat Paraguay and Australia in dominant fashion, only giving up 1 goal. So, yeah, I can realistically see the U.S. getting to the Elite Eight and beating Belgium even in the next round, who they have this golden generation going on, Belgium. We'll see. But the United States, I believe, realistically could get to the Elite Eight. I mean, the highest that the United States has ever placed in a World Cup was 3rd place back in 1930. So it could happen, but they got to beat European opponents first, because the last 10 times they faced European opponents, they have lost. So, and the reason I'm picking the U.S. is because they've looked better in this World Cup than Bosnia has, where Bosnia has 1 win, 1 loss, and a draw, whereas the United States has 2 wins and 1 loss. But remember, in fairness, they didn't have a lot of their starters against Turkey. So I can easily see them making the Elite Eight of the World Cup, Martin. It's very possible. Okay. Very possible this could happen.
And once you never know.
You never know.
Because we can't give it, you give it a hard no. I would say you never know.
You never know. Wouldn't that be great for this country? That'd be awesome.
Yes.
Speaking of which, you know what's great for St. Louis? We got Mason McTavish. Oh, my gosh. $7 million he's going to have. He's signed through 2031. I'll tell you what a draft the Blues had, obviously. Mason McTavish, and you drafted Maddox, Degnas, and Tynan Lawrence from Boston University. You addressed the center position. McTavish, who, by the way, his father's Dale McTavish, Calgary Flames. You have no idea. My phone's blowing up because is he the son of Craig McTavish? No. Their last names are spelled differently. And the most notable thing about Craig McTavish when he was here in St. Louis, that he was the last player not to wear a helmet. For those who don't know, but no, he's not the son of Craig McTavish. He's the son of former Calgary Flames player Dale McTavish. But Mason McTavish, who's taken 3rd overall in the NHL draft in 2021, he's now a Blue. He was an alternate captain this past season for the Anaheim Ducks. He's never scored more than 22 goals in a season. Hopefully that will change in St. Louis. We needed help at the center position. There were a lot of names floated around. Elias Peterson. You have Jason Robertson. A lot of names just floating around. We were able to get the deal done. Traded 2 first-round picks to get McTavish. And then, of course, with the 2 other ones, we drafted Maddox Degnas and Tynan Lawrence in the first round. Last team to have 4 first-round picks going into the draft, Colorado Avalanche in 1998. 3 of those players were contributing to their 2001 Stanley Cup team. So hopefully these players will contribute to a Blue Stanley Cup team within the next 3 years. And they traded one of those picks to get a Hall of Fame talent in Theo Fleury back with the Calgary Flames. So you hope that's what the Blues are going to do here in this draft. But an unbelievable job by the St. Louis Blues in this draft. Hopefully it pans out for them and we can win a Stanley Cup within the next 5 years. But very excited to see Mason McTavish as a St. Louis Blue. And if you go to the Cardinals, have you seen the downfall of Matthew Liberatore within the last few starts?
Yeah, we've known.
Oh, my gosh. Every single start. Then he's given up 3 runs, and it's 4 runs, and it's 5 runs, and it's 6 runs. 6 runs, I'm sorry. 5 runs, 6 runs. Brutal. Matthew Liberatore, it's declining. And now we're a 3rd-place team in the division like I figured we would, and we're still the wild card, don't get me wrong. But if you got 3 names you're going to trade at the deadline, it's going to be Dusty May, it's going to be JoJo Romero, and it's going to be Lars Newbar. Those are the only 3 names I'd even consider shopping around at the deadline. You remain developers. If you move those 3 guys, you're not buyers and you're not sellers. You're just developers. And you stick with Liberatore. Listen, you traded a 2-time All-Star and a Rookie of the Year to get Liberatore, so you got to give him a long leash. But I know he's in year 4, but he's disappointing me. He's disappointing me. I don't like the fact that he's disappointing me. Matthew Liberatore, come on, you got to step up.
That was your opening day starter.
You got to step up.
Doug thinks he's due tonight. Doug thinks he's due for a good start.
I hope so. We need it. Come on. Kyle Leahy's gotten better. Dusty May's even gotten better. But come on, Liberatore, you got to hold. Come on, you got to do better. You got to do better.
You're exasperated with Matthew Liberatore.
I'm upset. I'm upset. But you know what? At least we have some optimism. Jordan Walker and Alec Burleson and Mason Wynn and J.J. Weatherholt. We've got some optimism on this team. But we're a third-place team in the division for a reason right now. Our starting pitching is not quite up to snuff. Our bullpen is a little shaky. You probably move on from JoJo Romero at the deadline, though Riley O'Brien has stepped up marvelously in the closer role this season, filling that void for Ryan Helsley. I don't even think you move O'Brien. You have so many years of team control with this guy. He's a staple of your bullpen. I think you need him. I know I've been kind of teetering on should we keep O'Brien, should we not keep O'Brien. Remember, things change all throughout the season. The baseball season is a marathon. It is not a sprint. So things can change all throughout the season. I think you shop around JoJo Romero, Dusty May, and Lars Nootbaar, see what you can get, because I don't think Lars Nootbaar is going to be part of this team's future. To be completely honest, I mean, come on, really? But he's a veteran leader. I get it, and he can control the zone pretty well. I understand he's a veteran leader in the clubhouse, but just move on from him at this point. I mean, just send him away, and it's not going to make a difference whether the Cardinals are in third place, second place, fourth place. I don't consider Nootbaar what we call a needle mover for this team. He's not an X factor like I think a lot of other guys are on this team. J.J. Weatherholt, Jordan Walker, I think are X factors. Mason Wynn's an X factor. Alec Burleson's an X factor. I just don't believe Nootbaar's that big of an X factor. And because of that, you can move on from Lars Nootbaar. I wish we could develop pitchers like we do catchers. If we were to be honest, I wish we could. I mean, we got so many guys that have had an impact. Look at Carson Kelly. He's had an incredible impact in the big leagues. But unfortunately, we don't have enough guys making impact on the pitching side in the big leagues. I wish we did, but we don't. But the team is still in good shape. I mean, they're in good position right now to at least make a wild card spot. I still don't think they'll get there. I still think it's the Phillies. I think it's the Cubs. And, you know, I'm going with the Diamondbacks or the Padres. You know, it's always one of those National League West teams that's kind of teetering. You know the Dodgers are going to win the division. You know the Brewers are going to win the Central. You know the Braves are going to win the East. Spoiler alert, it's not that big of a spoiler. You know all of them are going to win the division. But it's that wild card spot that the Cardinals are going to have to battle for, and I just don't think they're going to get there this year. But I'm very excited about the team's future, and, you know, you got to have optimism. I mean, you got the draft coming up. You got optimism. But as of right now, obviously, I just don't see him as a wild card team. But speaking of which, a great interview I had yesterday. John Mozeliak, interim GM for the Angels. The Angels are just awful. They're a baseball abomination. They're an atrocity. I mean, what a easy. Maybe he can change it. I hope he does. I hope this thing, you know, they're not even the little brother of the Dodgers at this point. They're like the Dodgers' second cousin in LA. I mean, my goodness me. I mean, they haven't made the playoffs since 2014, the longest active playoff drought in the MLB. Los Angeles Angels have not made the playoffs since 2014. Maybe Mo can change that. That'd be a better end to his legacy than what it was in St. Louis, which didn't end off on the highest note. Let's be honest here. It wasn't a key you wanted to end your career in St. Louis. Maybe you could change that with the Angels. At least get them a winning record. I mean, I know that's such a low standard, but it's the Angels. It's the Angels. Think about that. They couldn't even get to the playoffs with Ohtani and Trout and Pujols. It's the Angels. The standards are so low that it's almost the perfect place for them. Because any little ounce of success, because they haven't had any, you know, so if he achieves any success at all, that would be something to behold. But great interview you had with John Mozeliak yesterday. What a phenomenal job.
It is pretty incredible that they had three generational talents in Ohtani, Trout, and Pujols and couldn't get anything done. No, but that's typical. I mean, that's the Angels. I mean, that's typical. They normally can't get anything done. Yeah. I mean, when they won the World Series in 2002, they had a wild card spot. They couldn't even get anything done when Nolan Ryan was in their rotation. The Angels can't get anything done. That's typical Los Angeles. I mean, come on. I mean, they're the Dodgers' second cousin. I mean, the distance. I mean, they have a farther distance from each other than the Mets and the Yankees do. I mean, that's how far of a distance the Angels and the Dodgers have. They're on the island of irrelevancy. And, you know, can they even be relevant? I don't think so. But to me, the Angels are on the island of irrelevancy. The Cardinals are not on the island of irrelevancy. Thank goodness. What island are we on?
I'll tell you what island we're on, Doug. We are on the island of, we're on the island of franchises that are historic, that have a championship tradition, that have a rich franchise tradition, but not what they once were, but are still relevant enough in the zeitgeist of just baseball fans that we're still there. We're still there. We're not totally irrelevant. We're not the Rockies or the Athletics or the Angels. We're not on the island of irrelevancy. Okay. We have some level of relevancy, but not the level of relevancy
We're
that
on
we
the
once
island
had.
of Zeitgeist.
That's a great title.
Great use of the word zeitgeist.
Yeah, the island of Zeitgeist. That's where we are. I think that's the island the Cardinals are right now. That's the island I think the Blues are on right now as well. I don't think we're totally irrelevant. We're not the most relevant team in the NHL. I mean, you got the Panthers, you got the Panthers, you got the Avalanche, you got the Golden Knights, you got the Hurricanes, you got the Lightning, you got the Predators. I mean, there are teams that are relevant. The Blues are not irrelevant, but again, it's kind of the same. You know, you're on that zeitgeist. Team USA in the World Cup. I mean, we're not. I mean, I think we're on the island of relevancy. I thoroughly enjoy the United States in the World Cup.
Damn straight we are.
Yeah, we are. I mean, come on now. I mean, we got to win against Bosnia on home soil, right? But listen, we have St. Louis has the largest population of Bosnians outside of Bosnia. St. Louis has the highest population, so this is going to be a game. Mark my words. It's going to be, I don't want to say a city divided, but there are going to be people on both sides. You go to soccer bars all across this town, it is going to be a legitimate split crowd between Bosnia and the United States. 7 o'clock p.m. tomorrow night on Fox in Santa Clara. This is a match people have wanted to see. I'm not trying to compare it to Ali and Frazier by any stretch of the imagination, but it's definitely a matchup many St. Louis soccer fans have wanted to see. United States versus Bosnia. Pulisic versus Jaco. Vasil versus Freeze.
No.
This is special. I'm telling you, what a box office matchup you have. United States versus Bosnia.
Brady is fired up. I love
Brody,
it. I'm going to use Zeitgeist.
Absolutely. Thank you,
Hermann with
guys.
us, representing Brown and Crouppen, covering it all in the sports world. Brody, we appreciate the time.
Thank you so much.
There it is. It's Brody Hermann. We'll take a break, come back with the Design, Air, Heating, and Cooling email today next here on 101 ESPN. Welcome back to the Morning After 101 ESPN. We broadcast from the Stiefel studios here on the presentation, and we welcome you to get involved anytime you'd like by calling in, by texting in, or by talking it over in the Form Energy YouTube chat. It is time for our Design Air Heating and Cooling email today. Morning, Slut Boys. Well, despite the Cat declaring a spirit win yesterday, our birdies remain at plus 340 to make the playoffs as of this penning. And it got me thinking, if you ask me, and I think friend of the show, Senator Schmidt would agree, the quickest way to fix Social Security is to take out whatever credit this country has left and head on over to the Queen and put it all on the Redbirds to be dancing into October. Boom, it's fixed. Martin won't have to do monkey tricks on the Fox well into his 90s like Doug. Jackson and Henshin will be able to retire to Festus or North Korea. Iggy will still be in prison. KG will be doing a show on satellite radio with Jeff Suppan, and Tim will be president. Think about it. I know I'm half-mast. Doug, what say you? Screw Chuck Todd. Go America. That's from Jugs in D.C.
Jugs in D.C.
So, Doug, that's the way to fix Social Security is for us all to bet on the Cardinals make the playoffs and get 3.5 to 1?
I don't think so.
Well, it's an idea.
Fix it just by stop stealing taxpayer money. How about that?
Hey, Martin, pay attention. After listening to what was ATMA yesterday, I think it's time to address the elephant in the room. I think it's time to go ahead and let KG come in and take down his third TMA producer. In yesterday's show, it was so nice to have a drop played here and there. Jackson. No, Jackson. It might be time to go back to Mizzou and grab that master's degree because it's getting rough. The skeleton is now all about how poor prior board person's work ethic was. Sack up hair flop.
Oh.
Hair flop.
Nice.
Also, Doug, I think you are suffering from a lack of vitamin me, Vaughn. Those were some sexy 5-inch inseam shorts yesterday. Next time, make them 0 inches, and I'll share some of mine. Until next time, that's from Iggy's crestfallen accountant.
Odd email.
It was a treat seeing your legs on the YouTube feed yesterday, though.
Iggy's crestfallen accountant.
Northern Rockies, where it rained last night. Doug, that's from the new segment that we're doing, the Homer Roll, and also where it rained last night. And that comes from Brink.
Oh, yeah. I like the where did it rain.
Brick was his name? Brink. He's new.
Morning, gents. New podcast idea. Iggy listens to all 4 hours of TMA and then critiques it. However, just like his review of Pondoffs, it won't be critical, only nitpicky. Toodles, that's from Bobby Greenbacks.
Bobby Greenbacks.
And finally, I'm not going to have time to email in today. Abs, I feel bad about that.
Abs.
Because a day without saying how amazing Tim is a day wasted in my book. Sent from my buy phone.
His phone's by?
That's what it says.
Nice.
That's the guy's name.
Love is love.
Sent from my buy phone. He's new.
That's
I get it now. That's good.
Design Air Heating and Cooling email of the day. We will announce the winner at approximately 10:55. We will have the Alexander Steen presser live here on 101 ESPN coming up at 11 o'clock, and then BK and Ferrario following the presser and the Fast Lane from 2 to 6 p.m. The program's called TMA. It's presented by Brown and Crouppen from the Stiefel Studios on 101 ESPN. Well, papers gave us another winner yesterday, and Doug's about to give you one right now with FanDuel. On the biggest stage in the world, FanDuel is changing the game because sometimes your player gets subbed off and your bet goes with them. Not anymore. With FanDuel's Super Sub, if your player is subbed out, your bet stays in. That's right. If your player leaves the match, your bet continues on with the substitute. So you're still in it until the final whistle. Visit FanDuel.com/local to get started now. Doug Vaughn has a play.
I'm going to go with this Cardinal Braves game. Liberatore against Martin Perez. Over-under is 9 on that. I think Liberatore is due to have a better outing.
Oh, wow.
Perez is a pretty good pitcher. I'm going to say go under 9.
There it is. Under 9 on the Cardinals and the Braves. Doug Vaughn's play for June 30th, 2026. It's FanDuel. Visit FanDuel.com/local to get started now. Let there be goals this summer on FanDuel. Must be 21 or older and present in Missouri. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
This is Jackson with a Sports Center update. That's brought to you by Universal Windows Direct. Cardinals Braves tonight. Matthew Liberatore on the mound for the Cardinals for a 6:15 start. Martin Perez on the mound for the Braves. That was their Sports Center update brought to you by Universal Windows Direct. You'll be saying, I love my windows.
It's the morning after 101 ESPN. Tim McKernan, Doug Vaughn. Chairman Kurt slides into the dais when Martin goes to onboarding in the 10 o'clock hour. Little Jackie Papers is on the ones and twos. And Doug, during the commercial break, Jackson was experiencing some self-loathing.
Why?
We now have the video of that was a Mike McGreevy request of Jackson on number 6 yesterday. And Jackson, what was your analysis? It's on the TMA Instagram and my Instagram account. Timothy Michael McKernan. What's your Instagram? STL_Burkey?
Yeah, BURKE.
Yeah, and, TMA_STL.
My practice swings when I'm warming up to hit a shot look 10 times better than when I actually address the ball and hit it. And
what do you attribute that to?
Lack of talent.
Okay.
Lack of preparation.
Okay.
It's not lack of talent or preparation. It's probably confidence.
It could be. Yeah. I need to step up to the ball like I know what I'm doing and not kind of
You're not worried
second-guessing.
about where the ball's going when you take your practice swings.
Right.
You're just swinging.
Just trying to get the feel right.
And then your head starts to worry about where the ball's going when you're ready to hit the ball.
I think that's proper counsel right there.
How about that? Doug Vaughn is Bob Rotella.
Yeah. Yeah.
You want to open up a Swing Thoughts industry? Maybe a little Swing Thoughts podcast.
Just have more confidence that your swing works.
Yeah, right.
And stop worrying about it when you're over the ball.
I like that. Thank you, Doug. I'm going to take that to the course next time I play.
Okay.
And you're playing this afternoon at St. Louis.
No.
That'll be fun.
No, I'm not going to play this afternoon, likely. I'm not ruling it out completely, but unlikely. Yeah. Playing when it's this hot is a double-edged sword because obviously you're hotter than hell, but usually courses are a little more open when it's this hot. Like you get a little more time, you can play a little quicker. Ball's obviously flying a lot more. It's kind of nice.
Do you have to book tee times at St. Louis Country Club?
No. I can't tell you the last time I booked a tee time. Just go out there. They know.
Anybody go 2 gloves yesterday?
Doug, 2 gloves.
Doug's gone, but you go 2 gloves kind of exclusively
Usually,
now, right?
yeah.
And you keep them on the putting green, which I appreciate.
Yeah, and for lunch.
You enjoyed lunch with the gloves on?
Yeah.
I kind of like that.
I always putt with them. I'm not going to take the gloves off. Put
Well, if
them
you're
on,
wearing
put them
2,
off
I
if
actually
want.
get that because that's a lot of work to take off 2 gloves every time on a
If
putt.
I have one, I don't.
After every shot, I take my glove off.
Anybody stop by the ATM?
Not on site. I'm afraid it was out of service. But I take my glove off after every shot to avoid the glove tan, which I still have, but it's not as bad.
To avoid bad tan lines?
Your hand, if you wear a golf glove often, especially in the summer, you'll notice that one of your hands, your left hand, likely if you're a right-handed golfer, is way paler than your right hand.
618 is mad at you. No more golf talk, you trust fund douchebag.
Oh. Sounds like a guy wants the homer roll.
Who wants that name next week? Oh, what do we got?
The homer roll. This is going to be the homer roll music.
Oh, listen to that. Doug, I like this song.
Yeah. Wilson Contreras went deep last night. His 18th.
Boy,
of the
did he
year.
ever.
Yeah, Miles Michaelis immediately dipped down like Clayton Kershaw after he saw that ball off the bat.
Mr. 63011 is watching the video on the TMA_STL Instagram account, and he says, need larger muscles activated, Jackie boy. Less hands and pulling off the ball. Get to your damn left side. Less hands. It's Mr. 63011.
That's good counsel as well. I appreciate it. Now, what I don't need is every Tom, Dick, and Harry telling me what's wrong with
in the comments.
What's wrong with my golf swing. I know that's going to happen regardless of my.
Everyone's an expert now.
Yeah, which is fine. That anytime you post your golf swing on Instagram or Twitter or any social media, you're just inviting all the Hank Haneys out there to tell you what exactly is wrong with your swing.
I have had multiple people texting me. Were you with me last night when I got that video? We were having a beverage.
I was probably with you. I don't remember the
and
video.
I said, what the hell is this? There's a video. Somebody took a video of me.
Oh, that's right. I think it was
with commentary, but apparently it was KSDK.
Oh, well, as they should.
And I guess and it was a video with like commentary over it. I go, what in the hell is this? I mean, Doug, my name, image, and likeness is, I think it's the most
protected.
valuable and
Right.
and I guess America, but I mean, at least in St. Louis.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but currently your beak is dry from that.
I have not had my beak wet.
Beak wet
by whoever owns KSDK.
Right. So,
yeah,
I'll act as
I
Tim's
expect a little Venmo.
I'll act as Tim's representation here and say, let's get that man's beak wet.
No.
If you're going to use his name, image, or likeness.
Thank you. This is good representation.
Thank you. Well, yeah.
I can't like having you on there. Enough with the golf talk, Jackson. If I want to be bored, I would just listen to Movie Boy and hear you talk about Mr. Holland's opus while you comb Garrett's back hair.
Oh. He doesn't have back hair that can be combed, does he?
Boy, if you're in your 20s and you have back hair that can be combed, that's a tough beat.
Oh.
For my people, it happens often. I got Frog Dad. Frog Dad's got hair on the back that you could set your watch to.
Why is it hair on your back and anywhere else other than your head stops growing, but the hair on your head keeps growing?
Brandon Marsh with 2 home runs last night. I don't know. That's male pattern baldness back.
Oh, a glove tan. But he didn't say boo-hoo. He said boo-woo. Is that how you say it? Boo-woo?
Woo-woo-woo. Kenny Boo.
Woo-woo-woo. Kenny Woo.
He said, hold on a second. Oh, a glove tan boo-woo douchebag. And your imagine is worthless, Tim. Doug, I just don't know what anything means anymore, but I'm delighted by the whole thing.
Andy Pothouse went deep in Sacramento last night.
You can text in as well with your thoughts on Jackson's golf tag and also my imagine being worthless at 314-399-9646. Or you can talk it over in the Form Energy YouTube chat. Subscribe to the TMA STL YouTube channel. The program's called TMA 101 ESPN. TMA 101 ESPN and the TMA STL YouTube channel. Tim McKernan, Doug Vaughn, Chairman Kurt slides into the dais in the 10 o'clock hour while Martin onboards Little Jackie Papers. Loved that Rascal Puff is on the ones and the twos here on the presentation. Coming up at the top of the hour, so in 33 minutes, the Blues and the Alexander Steen presser will be live here on 101 ESPN, and then BK and Ferrario will take over, and then the Fast Lane, of course, from 2 to 6 p.m. Fast Lane tomorrow will be at Ballpark Village with Michelob Ultra for the U.S. men's soccer team match in the round of 32. Anthony, Carrie, Jamie, Marshy Marsh, and the Playful Posse and Michelob Ultra will be on site with 101 ESPN and Ultra giveaways starting at 2 p.m., leading up to kickoff of the U.S. versus Bosnia and Herzegovina. Michelob Ultra is a superior light beer and the official beer sponsor of the FIFA World Cup 26, so be sure to enjoy an Ultra as you cheer on your favorite team. That is tomorrow, starting at 2 p.m. with the Fast Lane and Michelob Ultra at Ballpark Village, leading up to the knockout round match at 7 p.m. You can get all the details at 101 ESPN. There it is. Festivities today. Jackson, have you released your play yet? Because at this point now, I'm getting closer to retirement because of your soccer plays. It doesn't sound like you're convinced. Hey, if you don't have a play,
I know.
Don't give a play.
I know. I kind of like the over of 2.5 in the Norway-Ivory Coast game.
Based on what?
Norway has one of the most prolific scorers in the entire world, in Erling Haaland.
Yeah.
And
who's Ivory Coast have?
Some guys.
Yeah.
See, that's why he makes us money.
Some players.
You're not going to find that anywhere else.
Yeah, you want the key is mentioning the one guy you know on either side. But Erling Haaland is world class.
What about Yohia Fofana?
Sure.
Does he even play? Oh, yeah, he is the goalie for Ivory Coast.
They are playing in Texas. I imagine it's going to be hot. But
See, there's more analysis.
But that is, it's an inside stadium, so that might not be as big a factor.
Might be the one place it isn't hot.
Right. Actually, the more you might think about it, considering the games are in East Rutherford for the 4 o'clock game, and then Mexico City.
Mexico City could be a little toasty tonight.
I would think.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of like the upset in Ecuador. Ecuador to advance, not to win in regulation, but Ecuador to advance.
Mexico gets to play in Mexico City.
Correct.
And you think they're going to lose?
There's a chance. I think it could be Ecuador to take them down.
Okay.
Hey, listen, no one thought Paraguay was going to be Germany.
Well, don't yell at me.
Yeah,
No,
you're
I'm
starting
trying
to be a little disrespectful.
I am raising my voice.
What time's that Mexico game?
7?
Not as hot as you would think in Mexico City tonight.
Really?
Is that right? What do we got?
In the 60s, mid-60s.
Wow, it's really temperate in Mexico City on June 30th.
Maybe some rain. Does that affect how you play
well,
it?
that would affect the over-under, which is currently sitting at 1.5, so I wouldn't necessarily take the under in that game. But that's regulation goals.
Okay.
So, Doug, which ones are you going to play?
Well, it sounds
we
like
got some good information.
It sounds like he stumbled on something right there at the end. An over-under 1.5, that's pretty low.
Yeah, but I listen, they set that for a reason. I wouldn't necessarily be like, well, they're certainly going to score 3 goals. You know, they could.
No, you don't know that about any games, but...
Right. I don't have a crystal ball, although I would understand. People might think I have a crystal ball after that Morocco play yesterday.
I don't know that they do.
I was on it.
Yep.
I was handsome.
Tim didn't hesitate when I told him that play. Didn't hesitate.
They kind of got lucky. It was the 90th minute when they scored.
Yeah, that's right.
And, of course, we have no way of knowing how much time is left.
Which is the right thing.
It's the wrong thing.
Well, then if they
Get
said,
a scoreboard up there.
If it says we're going to end at the 95th minute, a guy would just go down and writhe in pain for 2 minutes, and that would be the end of the game.
Well, then give him a penalty. Stop the clock.
They don't stop the clock.
Well, they should.
Okay.
It shouldn't be that only one guy knows how much time is left in the game, and he can tell us anything, and we have to believe it.
They put +7 up on there.
I want to know with the scoreboard exactly how much time is left. Not when a guy just decides to blow a whistle. No mystery.
Jackson just likes Erling Haaland because he's pale and tall and has a full head of wonderful hair. I bet he can hit his 7-iron decently, though. That's from Big Tuft.
How'd that feel?
Hilarious.
That hurt you at all?
Hilarious. I do like Erling Haaland. It has nothing to do with the fact that we are similar in looks, despite him being taller, stronger, better looking.
Do you have his 7-iron carry?
I don't know how much he plays. I imagine if he were to dedicate 6 months of his life to it, he would hit his 7-iron further than me. Yeah. But he is a professional athlete, getting paid like $40 million by Man City.
So what is he getting? It's a nice deal.
He is not better looking than you either.
How about that?
I don't know. I think if he would lose the pulled back hair look and just wear his hair normally, probably be better looking. He does have that, what do they call it, the hairline tension thing? They have
Like hairline tension.
You know, like if you pull your hair back too much, your hairline starts to retract a little bit.
That's what got me.
Yeah,
he can't blink.
Yeah, he has that going on a little bit. They've shown like images of him when he was at Dortmund a couple of years ago, and now his hairline's moved back a little bit. But that's also just the natural progression of men.
Well, sure.
That's the natural progression of men. That is how we finalize the soccer pick segment. That's the natural progression.
Well, if I did that
combing your
pose
hair
right there,
back.
we'll do a comparison.
Just combing
Is he
it
wearing a
back
diaper?
wouldn't cause tension. You'd have to be pulling it back to cause the tension.
What's the
Does
deal
he-
with the
does he
tall,
have
pale,
something-
blonde community wearing diapers? Is that a
I
kink?
don't care for it.
When you say community, who else do you mean?
Well, you and Erling Haaland.
I've never worn a diaper. I have often
have
thought,
photos.
and maybe this is a hack bit that people have done a million times, but like whenever you go to Walgreens or something, and there's the adult diaper section, and like the people who are posing in the shots for the
There are
adult
people
diapers.
opposing adult diapers? Like, what is the cause?
Not
Who's the
opposing,
baker?
not
On the
opposing.
package.
Westboro
On the
Baptist
package.
churches out there.
if there was anybody, the people posing for the adult diapers, it's like they have such a chipper and happy look.
Yeah, they
about
look
it.
like they're about 40 too.
Yeah.
Like you don't need this.
And I'm not out here judging those who are probably going through just hell in their personal life, but it does seem odd. Like the model picture, it's like, all right, yeah, your agent calls, like, I booked you a gig. It's like, okay, yeah, you're going to the Penn studio.
Depends has their own studio.
You got to smile as hard as you
House?
can while
Got
wearing
to
this
hammer out a living, however.
adult diaper.
Tim, bald is beautiful everywhere. That's from Starfish Street. Yep. Unfortunately, I don't know if ladies are biochemically programmed to share that viewpoint.
Is Landon Donovan off one of your guys list after he?
I didn't know he was.
Well, you know, he's a proud bald man for a long time.
Well, I don't think he ever was. I mean, there was, I swear to you, there was like I guess Real Sports has been gone for a few years now. One of those kind of sports news magazine shows detailing his struggle with baldness. Like it really bothered him.
Sure.
And he got hair transplants. I saw John Cena yesterday. There was a big story. Where the hell was it? I guess I saw it on TMZ or New York Post. Hell, I don't know. One of those things I read for the show. Cena, I guess, had botched hair transplants, so he was going
Really?
back and he shaved his head. I mean, kind of shaved it
Yeah, I remember that.
for the picture before he went in to try and get it right this time.
Yeah.
I guess you get better results with FUE if you shave your head. I didn't know that. Hell, I don't know.
Did they tell you about that when you did it, Doug?
Like
Well,
the
they
whole
did
thing that he
shave it.
shaved.
Right.
They
Yeah.
did shave it.
Right.
But not on the sides, did they? Or did they shave the whole thing?
I think they
pretty
did.
much the whole thing.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, Cena didn't do that. So anyway, Landon Donovan was really bothered by it, got a bunch of hair transplants, like multiple times, and it continued to fail. And so then he finally just went with, I guess that would be a toupee. I don't
Yeah.
know what that
I mean,
there's
it
a
was-
different term for it now.
Yeah. Yeah, it's only like if you didn't know Landon Donovan before you saw an image of him now, you'd be like, oh, yeah, it's a guy with good hair. But knowing, it's like the Urlacher thing. It's like once you're so famous for having either a receding hairline or being bald, it's like, and you show up with hair, it's like, okay, well, but I get it.
He didn't shave his head, though, right? He didn't.
Donovan?
I didn't think he did. I
No,
thought
he
was just,
had like
really
a receding.
thin.
He had like the
Right.
kind of sides and back have
Right.
hair, but not
Yeah.
much up top. Right. There was a bad image of him like with like he tried to do a comb over thing.
Gene Katie.
Yeah, and it kind of fell to one side, and he had a very there it is right there. Chairman on Chairman's is like
Boy, that's a tough putt.
You have to
tough.
wonder how male pattern baldness became such a huge part of the gene pool. You know, how would that have helped ancient
Right.
man to be
Right.
bald-headed?
As evolution as we know it is
Yeah.
usually to help us adapt.
There must have been some bald-headed cavemen who were very prolific in spreading the seed,
Put that off.
and so that half
The Johnny Sins of cavemen.
half of all other humans born after them were going to be bald-headed.
Yeah. See, people don't realize that the texts that don't get read are the people screaming, talk anthropology. And that's what we're doing right now.
It's just an odd thing.
Yeah, I agree.
Because you figure most cavemen probably died before they were old enough to have male pattern baldness.
That's a good point. I didn't think about that. They probably died and they're like, at latest,
It's a nice observation.
35.
It's a nice
Teens or 20s.
observation.
Yeah.
I like your observation.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
And they probably let the hair grow for the whole lifetime, right? There was no haircuts then.
wouldn't think you could get a decent haircut.
Floyd the
No.
barber wasn't doing his thing.
So what
Jimmy
would've
from Love
caused
is
it?
Blind had a hair transplant. That's from Percy Blumpkin in the
Okay.
Forum Energy
Jimmy.
YouTube chat. Doug, do you know that Jimmy from Love is Blind had a hair
I
transplant?
didn't know that at all. Couldn't tell.
Is that the same thing like the Temptation Island thing? Is that the same show or is that
Love Island?
So Love Island's different than Love is Blind?
I think so. I think Love is Blind is where you don't see the person. Is that right?
I'm sorry?
I think so, yeah.
Right.
Yeah, you just talk behind a wall or something.
I'm still hoping to get on the St. Louis version.
Are you really?
Of Love is
So what is
Blind?
the deal?
I applied.
Like you might like really hit it off, but
Right.
then they see each other and they're like, oh no.
Yeah, it's always fun to watch the first encounters. I watch for some tells for the guys. To be
Oh,
like,
really?
"Ooh."
I got to tell you, that kind of intrigued me.
Don't they usually act like, oh, this is great?
Yeah.
And then as soon as the show's over, you get lost.
You got to wade through about 12 episodes of garbage to get to those scenes, though.
That gets a big payoff.
Okay.
Let me see what I got. I got that Tommy Sabulka and Brian Gregg over at VIP Auto Accessories. VIP Auto Accessories makes single-source automotive solutions for your business a reality. This includes the upfits, graphics, and ongoing maintenance. VIP Auto Accessories pride themselves on short turnarounds. Their large facility and skilled techs minimize the downtime for your vehicles. It's VIPAutoAccessories.com. VIP will keep your fleets on the streets longer, allowing you to generate more business. Everything is done in-house. VIP does not sub out. VIP's graphics will help your business get recognized and turn your business into a brand. And I can tell you this, from working firsthand with VIP Auto Accessories, that VIP Auto Accessories has great installers who care and take pride in their work. They maintain old-school business philosophies. They will do it right, and they will tell you the truth. I have gotten to know Brian and Tommy, and I recommend them for all your vehicle upfit needs. Ask for Tommy Sabulka, and for all your aftermarket vehicle accessories needs, ask for Brian Grigg and tell them that TMA sent you. VIPAutoaccessories.com. That's VIPAutoaccessories.com. The program's called The Morning After. It's presented by Brian and Krupa on 101 ESPN.
It's true, good things come to those who wait. At Stifel, great things come from knowing when to act. For 135 years, Stifel has helped individuals, families, and business owners make thoughtful financial decisions. Founded in St. Louis way back in 1890, Stifel combines deep local roots with national capabilities. From customized wealth management to investment banking and traditional banking, Stifel delivers fully integrated solutions designed for complex financial lives, whether you're growing, preserving, or transitioning wealth. That same long-term mindset is why Stifel proudly supports TMA, because they know success is all about timing and knowing when the moment is actually the moment. Independence, integrity, innovation, the values Americans and Stifel have embodied since day one. On the 250th anniversary of this great nation, Stifel is proud to say doing things our way is exactly what has helped so many American dreams come true in such a profoundly American way. Stifel, where success meets success. Stifel Nicholas and Company Incorporated, member SIPC and NYSE.
TMA 101 ESPN. Tim McKernan, Doug Vaughn, Chairman Kurt sliding into the dais in the 10 o'clock hour, which is brought to you by Design Air Heating and Cooling. And coming up here at 11 o'clock, Jackie Papers on the ones and twos. Coming up at 11 o'clock, we will have the Alexander Steen presser live on 101 ESPN. Guys, I'm worried about this Bosnia game. They don't give up goals. I played against a couple Bosnian teams in soccer tournaments. They are very tough. With the pressure on the U.S., I'm thinking about making a financial play to hedge my emotions. That's from the salty bald dad from Caseyville. Doug, what do you think of that analysis?
Well, if they don't give up goals, that'd be a bad thing.
I think it's interesting.
PK.
U.S. has come out red hot in pretty much every single one of their games, scoring real early. I'm curious what they're going to be like if they're going into half 0-0, you know?
You have a problem with that right there, I bet.
Yeah, you didn't have to say 0-0.
Sure. But they've been playing with a lead for so much of this World Cup that I'm just curious to see if their confidence remains even if they're tied or even down a goal.
Let me tell you something. When I was watching with you the Paraguay-Germany game, and then last night watching Netherlands and Morocco, I mean, I don't want to feel that.
Oh, yeah.
But it comes with the territory. I don't feel like, maybe it was 2002 against Germany. I think that's the deepest the United States has advanced in the 21st century, and therefore probably in a good long while. And there was a controversial no call on a handball. I know this you were for, so. But the emotional exposure that this brings you now, at the same time, the joy that if you're a fan of Morocco or Paraguay that you're experiencing today. But God almighty. Whoa.
Yeah, I mean, like, PKs are undoubtedly the wrong way to decide such an important thing like this. However, it is electric, and it's kind of the only option they have. So it's incredible to watch, but is gut-wrenching if you're a fan of either side. It can be just brutal to watch.
Or the goalie. To have to dive one way or the other.
Yeah, the Moroccan goalie last night was world-class. He made a couple same with the Paraguay goalie. Incredible.
I wonder if they just would kick the ball right in the middle of the goal, you'd score.
Some guys do exactly that.
You know the goalie's going to go one way or the other.
They'll lean one way or the other, like they'll look like they're going right, and they'll just go pop it up the middle.
Chairman Kurt is hosting a show in the Form Energy, even though he's sitting at the microphone here.
You're hosting a show.
Yes. Curating a chat.
I just chatted up with the fellas
in
the Form
What makes
Energy
you think
chat.
they're fellas?
Right.
That's a good point.
Our user data would point otherwise.
Thank you. 77% of the listening audience of TMA female.
And
80% of that 77% in their 20s.
Yeah, pursuing graduate degrees.
That's correct. That's right, Doug. Look at the research. But Chairman Kurt says, I'll speak for you since you wrote it in the Form Energy YouTube. So we're basing how we feel about the Bosnia game based on this guy's games against Bosnian teams growing up. Doug, do you think about that for the analysis?
I haven't thought much about any of it, really.
I do kind of like this. You're kind of like in real time, kind of hosting a side program.
I went in there and I'm like, because I thought that we would get texts about that this guy played against a couple Bosnian teams, and now we're going to. And sure enough, Chairman Kurt said it. And I'm like, oh, it's Chairman Kurt, who's sitting at a microphone on the dais in the Stiefel studios. No less.
I love the YouTube chat. Some are calling me the patron saint of the YouTube chat.
Really? Patron saint of the Form Energy YouTube chat.
So you're arguing with people in there?
No, it was kind of just a stream of consciousness.
That was about an hour ago. That was Iggy.
I don't hate anybody.
That's what he was saying. Let's see. I am a 22-year-old recent MBA grad from Wash U, and I am a girl, Doug. That is the TMA remote lamp.
That's the whole text.
Yeah,
that's in the Form Energy YouTube channel.
What are we supposed to do with that?
Well, it's just like a roll call kind of thing.
Okay. And what do we care about their advanced degrees?
Well, it just shows that this is a sophisticated audience that loves the content.
Okay.
Gives a little more credence to their commentary.
I see.
Right.
And yet no one in here has an advanced degree, right?
Or others.
Some of us.
We got I apologize, Chairman Kurt. We got that press conference coming up at 11 o'clock, so we got to make sure we get out on time today. That'll be right here in 10 minutes. Alexander Steen and the St. Louis Blues. This is TMA 101 ESPN. Michael's Flooring has been in business now for more than 30 years. It's family owned, it's family operated, it's locally owned, it's locally operated. And Michael himself, saw him on the 2 Fox this morning. He really does take great pride in the business, in flooring, cares about it, knows about it, and he takes pride in helping and making sure his employees are happy and making a great living. They are online at igotfloored.com with locations in Creve Coeur, Darden Prairie, and in St. Peters. It's Michael's Flooring. Just come in and talk to him. You're going to see the difference. They want to make sure they suggest the best thing for you and not pushing what corporate's telling them they have too much of. There is a reason that they've continued to grow through the 30-plus years employees live, work, and form as they feel like family, and he makes sure they are taken care of, and this then rubs off to the families buying the product as they know they have the best interests of the buyers. It's Michael's Flooring in Creve Coeur, in Darden Prairie, and in St. Peters. Come see why people are loving getting floored by Michael, and make sure you visit igotfloored.com.
This is Jackson with the Sports Center update brought to you by Universal Windows Direct. This just in, the Blues have made a qualifying offer to Connor McMichael and defenseman Leo Loof. Jonathan Drouin has been placed on waivers for the purpose of buying out his contract. That's just in from the Blues. That was another Sports Center update brought to you by Universal Windows Direct. You'll be saying, I love my windows.
All right, we have the winner of the designer heating and cooling email today, Jackie Papers. What do you got?
How about, let's make it back-to-back. Iggy's crestfallen accountant.
Wow.
Picks up another win.
Congratulations, Iggy's crestfallen accountant. We are headed down the hall for ATMA. And the Alexander Steen press conference is going to be right here on 101 ESPN. So listen in, and then BK and Ferrario will be reacting coming up. This is TMA 101 ESPN.